Alright everyone, welcome back to a DSP video. This is the second part. Originally, I was considering doing part 3 of this vlog thing, but I'm not gonna do it because I watched it and it was just family stuff. There's really nothing there that is worth talking about, unless I want to be like a complete asshole. I'm an asshole enough. I don't need to be more of an asshole about it, so we'll just watch this, and that's that for this vlog. All right. No, and the other thing is that yes, Doug's not here. I know you guys loved him when he was, but you know what? It's not Christmas anymore. It's time to move forward, and you know Doug has to hibernate again. Okay, he's hibernating right now. All right. So let's get on with this. Let's watch more of this for some reason. So here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 of my Christmas Day IRL event. What I'm doing is basically recapping the events of 2017 for you so you know exactly how my year went and how this was the most tumultuous year of my 35-year life. Again, I want to say thank you to those who have cheered, subbed, and tipped. An update, we are now up to 322 subscribers, the most I've ever had on my Twitch channel, a record right now. So
now it's higher.
Thank you very much, guys, for your support. Seriously, again, if that tip from before was real, wow.
Literally, people fell for the meme of it's Christmas time. People are generous on Christmas. You know, people are more giving Christmas, and that to a degree, it is true, I guess. But it's just sleazy to directly state that you want to cash in on that.
A couple quick shout outs to do in order to, before we continue here. Right. YOLO Dopper did a 10-bit cheer and he says, do you think that the trolls had a bigger effect on your relationship or was it the financial situation? By the way, I'm going to be sipping on hot tea to help my throat. Honestly, both, because you guys don't realize it's the same. The trolls caused the financial situation. Like when I moved out here in 2014.
Really? The trolls made you move from Connecticut to Washington. We made you do that. And the trolls also told you to delete 2 million, like all those videos. So, like 2 million's worth of views. Like, I said this before. He should have just taken the hits. Because the thing is that he was with Machinima at the time. He was like kind of, you know, with a big company. And at the same time, I knew smaller channels, very like obscure niche fucking channels. Like to give you like an idea how niche they would review like My Little Pony videos. There you go. And they were able to get their channels reinstated. Those channels were able to get their channels reinstated after being terminated from YouTube, able to get their channels back. But DSP, who's with Machinima, who got more views than they ever did at the time, had to delete all those videos. He could not just take the hit, basically. I mean, it's ridiculous. And those strikes also were wiped. He could have just dealt with it and slowly deleted those videos over time. But instead, he did all of them all at once, which kind of triggered a mechanism within YouTube that thought that this channel was a spam channel, which is fucking insane. But okay, let's continue. It's our fault, guys.
I was making a certain amount of money, okay? Yes, it went down when YouTube changed all their algorithms, and therefore my videos stopped showing up in related videos or whatever. But it wasn't until mid-2015 when the false copyright strikes forced me to remove videos from YouTube, all those pre-streams that were using fan art, that my YouTube channels completely plummeted, and I no longer got any natural, organic viewership from YouTube. Instead, it was just my hardcore fans watching my stuff, and that was it. So every year, you know, I would get, especially at the end of the year, I would usually get a giant spike in views just from people searching for the new games. I didn't even show up in YouTube search anymore in 2015 because I had to delete those videos because of the false copyright strikes. So, the trolls caused the financial difficulties. Now the trolls...
Remember when he said he would never talk about the strikes ever again? I remember.
Also, swatted me, DDoS attacked me, attacked my ex, or my girlfriend at the time, I guess I should say, everywhere. It was constant.
Take a sip.
It was literally constant abuse. Everywhere we looked, There was abuse
Amazing.
everywhere, and every opportunity that I had to do something positive, they would attack. Like I said, oh, I'm going to move to a new partnership company, attack the company, so now I can't be partnered with them anymore. It was like my whole life was permeated.
But he moved to Twitch, and no one attacked them. I mean, whatever. I mean, obviously Twitch won't care. They don't really give a fuck. DSP could probably like kill a puppy on stream, and Twitch would just be like, "Oh, thanks for the money." Like they probably wouldn't care. They don't care. If he was an affiliate, they probably would go after him a little bit more. But he's a partner, and Twitch probably doesn't care because he makes the big bucks.
With negativity from this element, from these fucking people who literally made it their life's dedication to hurt me and my girlfriend at the time and my family and everyone around me. For what? What did I ever do?
You stole money, treat people like shit, you treat your fans like they're doormats. I mean, the thing is that, yeah, some stuff that happened to him, I'm not gonna say that he deserved it, like, oh yeah, good job, he got swatted, all that. It's not, that show is fucked up on its own, but like, all that stuff, all the trolling he has gotten over the years was because people were upset and angry and annoyed with how they were treated by this guy. He called people who made this idea play mentally ill. So do you think that people are not going to hold a gripe with that? He took money for projects and gave nothing in return. Like everyone involved with him has a negative stigma around him because he is such a toxic person. So of course people are more like kind of like, yeah, I want to fuck Phil, fuck him because he's such a negative person. Look at how he talked to people over the years when he left Twitch, during those 2 years or so, when he was not on Twitch anymore and he was on YouTube and all that. And look how he treated people who said you should go back to Twitch. Just look how he talked to them. Look how he talks to PewDiePie. Look how he talks to people who asks for Patreon money or whatever. Oh, they're fucking assholes. They're whores and blah 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 blah. Fuck them. But why are people negative to me? Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. It's like if I go on stream and I start saying that, this group of people that watch DSP, like I kind of shit on DSP fans, I guess. So it's like if I start antagonizing all these random people nonstop, like it's one thing to say like, well, DSP fans are kind of slaves because they give him money, all that stuff. But I think it's fine that they give him money if they want to support him. But they could at least have a backbone when they're talking to him. But it's like if I start saying like, well, people who like this game are fucking retarded people who are autistic, and if I start saying all these like very negative things, of course people might have negative opinions on me because I'm so negative to them all the time. Like it's one thing to say some negative shit to people like rarely, I guess. I don't know. It's just fucking like you get what you put out. If you put out their nonstop antagonism, if I start, insulting people on a regular basis or a weekly basis, it's gonna come back to me. He says a lot of negative shit, and it comes back to him, and he's like, "What? Man!" He acts surprised when he says something negative, and then it comes to bite him in the ass. He acts surprised all the time with that. Like, I guess the way I said it's kind of sloppy, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just like he's such a negative person. He gets negativity in return. This whole stream has been nothing but negativity. And actually, there's a forum post about it. So actually, let's go to the King of Hate forums. We're gonna go on a mini field trip. Hopefully, I can find it. If not, well, it is what it is. Oh, here it is. I think this is the one. So, no, that's not it. But actually, I can find it just by clicking his name because he closed all those threads. Isn't truly the best Christmas movie of all time? What the fuck? What the fuck? This is incredibly strong. What is he talking with this? What? Oh my god, he's shitting on Mocha Roca. Mocha Roca is a pretty good form user. Actually, it could be the amount of videos that he uploads per day that could be considered spam. Also, you have to take the oh my god, take the title of the video. If the title has the game name and part number, YouTube's algorithm probably would see the game name, excluding the part number, and strike it as spam. The stupidity is incredibly strong with this one. Wow. But you know, why does he get why does he get negativity, guys? I don't get it. I mean, he just called this guy a fucking idiot for some reason. Like, the post isn't even that bad, and he's saying, oh, it's a negative video. Oh my god, negative post. What a fucking idiot. But I think it might be this one. Maybe in this thread. Of course, you completely missed the massively positive half. Here it is. Of course, you completely missed the massively positive half of the video where I talked about meeting my soulmate and my focus. We'll get to the soulmate stuff. It's great. And my focus on streaming completely turning around my business and life, and the entire hour segment about my holiday traditions and history. Face it, you're a negative person who only hears what they want to hear, and that's the negative stuff. It really shows with your posts on this forum where you contribute nothing but negativity. Try looking in the mirror, because you post something like this again. Before you post something like this again. I think it's like the first 2 hours. Let's see, part 3 is 1 hour, so that's 1 hour. The first 2 hours of the fucking stream is him talking about negativity. I mean, maybe in this video, it gets a little bit positive with his new girlfriend, but it goes back to negativity with the tax nightmare. So, of course, people are going to be focusing on the negative because he talks about the negative the most. The beginning of this video is him talking about fucking copyright strikes. So, of course, people are going to focus on the negativity because that's the beginning of the fucking Christmas video. He doesn't talk about the fucking holiday traditions and shit until the last like hour of the stream. And look at part 3. 1.2 thousand views. This has 2,000 views. Part 1 has 3,000 views. Of course it's gonna focus on the negativity because he clickbaited the fuck out of it, and it's the first 2 things you see in the fucking stream and shit. People are gonna lose interest when you get to the holiday stuff because it's the tail end of the fucking stream. If he started with this, it would be a completely different thing, but he knew what the fuck he was doing when he made this fucking video. It's fucking garbage. He honestly should have just talked about the holiday traditions. That's all he should have talked about, honestly, because when I watched it, there was really nothing to talk about, because it was just, I ate food, I spent time with my family, it was like, you know, holiday shit. And that was like, okay, there's really nothing to talk about because there's nothing stupid in that fucking video, unless you want to be a very nitpicking asshole about it. But these 2, like, part of the videos has a lot of fucking nonsense in them. Of course we're gonna focus on the negativity because it's so fucking ridiculous, and it's revisionist history. Watch David Davidson's video. I'll definitely put that in the description in this video. His video outlines everything that I might have missed in my initial video when I did it. Even Kevin's video hits a lot of stuff that I might miss in this and the last video I did. It's so fucking ridiculous and nonsensical because he's such a fucking idiot about this, and he focuses on the negativity, and acts surprised when people around him focus on the negativity. Amazing.
You know?
So
the answer to your question is both, because the trolls caused the financial situation. Yes. Have I made bad financial decisions? Absolutely. But
now he admits to making bad financial decisions. But if you asked him last year or at all during his entire career on YouTube and Twitch, he would say that he made no flaws. He did nothing wrong. Even in the video before, he said he did nothing wrong. Now he's saying that he made bad financial decisions. This guy claims that he could run YouTube better than Google, and he's saying that he made bad financial decisions. A guy with a business degree. Okay.
I would never be in the situation I'm in right now financially if it weren't for the trolls completely destroying my
sure
YouTube
about that?
business. That's the bottom line.
You sure?
My YouTube business was destroyed by troll activities between the years of 2015 to 2016.
Oh man, it's like so could make a movie, Paranormal Activity, The Troll Activity, or something. Like no, it's like take Paranormal Activity, make it about DSP, and call it The Troll Activity.
It's just fact.
It's just fact. You can't because remember you cannot prove that this would have happened without the trolls. You can't prove it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, that audible gulp. I hate it. I hate
Soup
it.
GG did a 19-bit cheer and said Death Grips is online with a bunch of Kappa faces. Okay, I don't even know what that means. Boomhauer 86.
He hit the mic. Oh my god, I did not even pick up on it. I watched this video. This is my third time watching this. I watched it the first time like on my own. Then I tried to do a video of this, and then you know the cut got interrupted, so I didn't do it. So this is my third time trying to make this video. Never once did I pick up him hitting the mic. 3 times or 2 times. I think that T, there's some Holly and Jolly in there.
So 6 subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Boomhauer, for the sub. And then he tipped $10. He's a Merry Christmas, Phil. Sorry, I keep forgetting to resub. I don't get on Twitch much. Thank you not only for the resub, but for
this fucking nonsense. Imagine following someone and then having to apologize for not resubbing or something. I mean, his fans are conditioned, like, they feel obligated to give him money, to resub to him, and all this other stuff. If they don't do it, they have to apologize for it. Because the reason why they have to apologize is because he gets very fucking angry and very depressed and emo about not getting money. So they have to apologize to him. What a great relationship to have. I mean, imagine if I'm doing a stream and you know you sub to me or you give me money or whatever, like cheers, tips, whatever, and then you don't do it for a while, then you know you come back and I'm just like, wow, Billy, you did not give me any fucking money. You know what? I'm gonna end the stream because you didn't give me any fucking money. Or that, you know, you're like, oh god, I have to apologize to Theo for not giving him money. I need to apologize. Like, what a terrible relationship DSB has with his fans. It's purely for the money. And his fans are okay with that. Like, again, I've said this before, I've said this many times. It's fine if you want to support Phil, if you want to give him money and all that stuff, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but you should never feel like you're obligated to or you have to give him money. You should never feel that way because it's a terrible relationship then. Because he's giving you content, he's streaming regardless. He has to at this point. So there's really no obligation other than you want to give him money, which is fine. That you want to support him, that's fine. But you should not be like, I'm sorry I did not give you money. I'm sorry. Like, okay.
The tip, very much appreciated, Boomhauer. Thank you.
Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Jack Spartacus also did a 15-bit cheer. Thank you, Jack Spartacus, for the cheer. Okay. So now we can continue with my story, folks.
Oh, great. Let's continue.
All right.
Let's continue with this nonsense.
So, mid-2017, behind the scenes, things have fallen apart. I've broken up with my girlfriend of 5 years, my fiance of a few weeks.
He broke up with her. I'm sorry. I think she was the one that broke up with him. She broke up with her. She broke up with him. The only way I could see him break up with her is if he found out that she cheated on him and she was like, I don't know. But she probably broke up with him because he took her for granted. Because he used Leanna as a slave. And that's really how he sees his new girlfriend. We'll get more into that when he brings it up, so. Let's get there first.
But to the face of everyone, right? To what you guys are seeing, everything's going good. I'm trying to put on this happy face every day, all right, to the public. Nonsense. Even though behind the scenes I'm depressed, I'm drinking, I'm not doing well, all right? I wasn't. My whole schedule was fucked up. I couldn't fall asleep anymore. I was up till 5, 6 in the morning some days.
Okay. This is... He's gonna say later in this video that he met this new girl, like, in the summer. And he took time off in July. Yeah, it was July. And he told us that during these times off that he's been taking, he was meeting this girl. He is telling us here that, oh, there were nights where I was up to 5 in the morning and all this other stuff. If this new girlfriend was such a great thing for him, then why was he up at 5 in the morning in August? August! And the text shit happened in September or October, around that time. So, there's a lie somewhere there. And it was not really a secret. He was trying to keep it a secret that he was drinking every night. He was kind of hiding him drinking on the second stream very well, because it was enough to be the point where it's kind of debatable if he was or wasn't. Which now it's kind of like, oh, I've been drinking every night, dude. So it's kind of, now it's like kind of accepted that he was drinking second night. But everyone that I just kind of knew he was drinking because you could kind of tell that he was slurring words, and he was saying more nonsensical nonsense during the second stream than he did in the first stream. It was like two different kinds of commentary. It's kind of obvious what was going on. That was to me, at least. I mean, like, even look back at the Spyro playthrough. There you go.
And then getting up at like 10, 11 to work. And
he always wakes up at 10 to 11. Always. He's always late to stream. I mean, like, now he's kind of making an effort to be up early, but he said it was like, oh, for the holiday season to make more money to pay off the house. So when he finally gets out of this tax situation, which he probably is going to be getting out of, is he gonna go back to the 12:30, 1 o'clock streaming schedule, which was terrible? Probably.
At night, which isn't good. I was basically in a real bad place. All right.
Oh my god, excuse me.
So all this is going on, and
he's in a bad place, guys. Very bad. And then
randomly, I meet someone, and I'm not going to give you guys the details. All right, I'm just not.
1,000 miles away. She has to take planes to get to him. By chance, they met. Now, there's a few things I want to bring up here, because back when I brought up Josephine, apparently Josephine is a troll account. Apparently a detractor is using that account or whatever, and that sucks because I was really gung-ho about my theory about Josephine being the girl that he's meeting with, and it would have lined perfectly with this. Perfectly. Because around the time that the Josephine thing was going on, she was going through shit. She wanted to get into DSP's DMs immediately. DSP immediately followed her back, and they were talking through DMs. And during that time, a guy wanted to, also slide into DSP's DMs, and he said, no, I'm not going to do that. And he was like, oh, okay. So, there you go. It would have worked perfectly if Josephine wasn't a troll account. Imagine how well that puzzle piece would have landed. It being a troll account kind of puts up in the air, so that's out. But he was kind of screening people to follow, to DM, and he had a bias to immediately talk to women on Twitter. But it was random. Okay. If I was really, desperate or just desperate enough to go through Twitter conversations, way more than going and instead of just, finding Josephine, because Josephine was in my mind. So I was like, oh, I need to, find this tweet to kind of show my point. But if I really wanted to go even further than that, maybe there would be more leads to who it could possibly be, but I'm not gonna fucking do that. That's fucking insane. He posts a lot of nonsense on Twitter anyways, that, you would have to be dedicated. Hardcore dedication to do that, which I'm not gonna fucking do. This is enough for me.
Not going to give you any personal details or whatever about how any of this stuff came to fruition, because you know what's going to happen. The more information I give is the more fuel for the assholes, and the more that they'll try to hunt down personal information and hurt me.
People are already kind of doing that because you're giving them vague information. I've said this before. If he gave us at least a first name it would be a lot better. It'd be better because if you give them a last name, okay, that could lead to doxing because last names are very kind of specific. Like if I give you my last name, you could probably find me easily because it's a fucking name. But if you give it, if her name is, let's say, Sarah, how many Sarahs are in the world? How many Sarahs can a person find? There's probably a lot of Sarahs out there, to be honest. Unless, like, her first name is some exotic first name that's gonna stand out. Like, like some weird fucking, I can't even think of a name. I suck at names, TBH. I'm terrible with them. But you know what I mean? Like, there's no way that someone can find her immediately just off of a first name. Just saying.
I'm not going to give you any personal information. What I will tell you is this. Over the summer of
It'll be Miss
2017,
Monique.
I met someone. Now, this person...
You know what? I would honestly... You know what, actually? I would not be surprised if it was Miss Monique. Because I've noticed something. That just came to my mind. Have you guys noticed that Miss Monique has not been cheering or tipping or whatever she was doing during the summer anymore? Notice that? You notice that she has not been, like, kind of mentioned, and around this time that DSP's been kind of, like, very hush-hush about this girl, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna tell her who she is, I'm not gonna do this and that, and then Miss Monique kind of just drops off the face of the earth. Maybe it's Miss Monique. Maybe, because, Miss Monique was, like, people kept talking about Miss Monique during the summer because she was, like, cheering a lot, and then her cheers were getting they were, like, all over the place. I mean, it was something. I mean, some people thought it was Vera too. It could be Vera because Vera's also been pretty quiet, but it could be Miss Monique unless Miss Monique changed her name to Vera. I don't know if Miss Monique changed the name, but it could be Miss Monique, guys, unless Miss Monique was a guy. But I don't remember that being the case. But it could be her, dude.
Was someone who I just started talking with on a daily basis. I was going through a really tough...
Again, go through the This I Don't Play of Tekken 7 by The Secret Life of DSP. Because literally, he was on the phone so many times during that playthrough. But get this. This is something.
Time. Incidentally, she also was going through a really tough time. We were both going through really personally, really bad things in our lives.
This sleazy fucking asshole has preyed upon a woman, and that woman also preyed upon him during the low points of their life. I said this in my original take of this video, and Tevin kind of said it too, which is great, but that kind of relationship is not going to be a great relationship, to be honest, because two things could happen. She moves in, let's say. Next year she moves in because they're rushing through this. They're speeding on through this relationship very quickly. And they kind of pull themselves up. They build the confidence back in with each other, and that girl might find another guy that's better than him because again when you're going through a low point, you're desperate. You anything will look better than what you currently are. Like I could sit here and be like yeah, if you after a breakup, there's a point in your life where it's like. You want to go with anybody because you miss that companionship and you're desperate you're longing for a connection. You're desperate, so you'll go with just anybody. Any girl that's going through a low point in her life can probably convince herself if she's depending on how low she's feeling that DSP is a perfect catch. Like it, and that's fucking sleazy. For me, at least I can only speak for myself here, but if I was talking to a girl and she was going through a low point of her life and she's like feeling down or depressed, I would pull back. I would be like, okay, you know what? We could still be friends, sure, or whatever, but I'm not gonna pursue it because, you don't want to make a relationship off of such a low, on a low life, like, on a low viewpoint of life or something. You don't want to kind of prey upon that because it's kind of shitty and it's kind of manipulative in a way, intentional or not. It's still kind of shitty to kind of pursue a person that's going through a lot of shit. And that's what I was saying even before he even admitted this, because it was kind of obvious that he was very desperate for a girl. The fact that he connected with a girl within less than a year, it's just kind of shitty, and not even enough time after Leanna, and that he's already seeing this girl immediately. Okay.
At the time. And what ended up happening was...
This is going to be a long video, I'm sorry.
We ended up kind of being there
guys.
for each other. At a time when I was incredibly vulnerable and lonely, and she was going through stuff, and I was able to help her.
Oh yeah, he's the vulnerable one. They were both fucking vulnerable, and they were both kind of being shitty to each other because they're both manipulating each other at such a low point of their life. I don't know if it was him or her. I mean, it could be both. It very well could be both of them kind of preying on each other. It's shitty. It's a shitty situation, and they should have just had the wisdom to pull back and be like, wait, you know what? I should get myself into to a point where I'm happy with myself being single, and then going on. You know, I'm gonna recommend a movie. This is a random movie drop. Watch The Lobster. It's a great movie. It's a movie about kind of relationship stuff and also it's a great fucking movie. Watch that movie. It's a good movie. It kind of explains in a very interesting way what is going on between Phil and this girl and all this other stuff, this whole relationship nonsense. It explains the dangers and the importance of kind of being happy with your life and kind of how to process stuff. Watch The Lobster. Great movie. 10 out of 10 film. Watch it. Great movie.
And she was able to help me, all right?
Take a sip.
And initially, that's really just what it began as.
Yeah.
Then, what we ended up finding out, as we talked more, is that we pretty much had a ton in common when it came to our personal lives, but also our pasts and stuff like that.
Okay.
We've both been through a lot.
So she had the SOK go after her too? How similar are their pasts? Did she work for a helicopter company too? Did she get laid off too in her job? I mean, okay.
And we were both people who were looking for something way different than what we had previously had in regards to companionship.
Way different than what they had in the past in the companionship, but when he was talking about this girl, it sounded like he wanted a new Leanna. It did not sound different, because Leanna, he told us that he wanted to live in a house with his girlfriend, have time with his girlfriend, take time, and she would have an income, and they would both pay the bills, and she would cook for him, and she would clean the house for him, and share the responsibilities in the house. And now he's telling us that, oh, I want something different with this girl in terms of companionship. But when he talked about her, oh, she'd be a new income of revenue to pay the bills. She'd be able to share the housework, and she'd be able to cook for me. It's the same fucking shit that he did with Leanna. The same fucking shit, but he's telling us now that it's different. Okay.
Shit. Okay.
Sure. Sure, buddy. Tell yourself that.
And I'm trying to figure out how I can tell you guys, again, without revealing any personal info. Basically, over the course of this year, all right, what started as just like a friendship budded into something else, into me finally getting to spend some time with this woman. And, after spending personal time with the woman, having an amazing time and realizing we really clicked, we really got
Then why did you get drunk and stay up to 5 in the morning and all that shit in August if you spend time with her in July. Again, I'm going off the assumption that he told us that he spent the times that he took off were time spent with this girl. So he took time in July with her, in October, and December. So why was he up at 5 in the morning in August and September? You know, okay, you can argue maybe in September was the tax nonsense, but when did he tell us about the tax nonsense? I think it was when he alluded to it, I should say. Let's go through his videos. Gonna be a lot of loading. This is gonna be a long video. I apologize. I apologize in advance for this. Where is it? Where are you? 3 months ago. Maybe in October, actually. September, okay. So, he was up in 5 in the morning in August. Before we knew about the tax nonsense, because he told us, in September when it happened. In August. And even after the time off, that he was up, up late at night, drinking and all that stuff, but he met this girl and spent time with her in July. Okay.
Long in person, to the point where now, and for, I'd say probably for the past 4 or 5 months, we're constantly talking.
4 or 5 months.
We're constantly in contact, supporting.
4 or 5 months ago, they were talking. 3 months ago was when he told us about the tax situation, or hinted at it. So why was he up late at night in August? He didn't find out until September. He literally told us in that video, in that vlog, if I remember correctly, that he did not find out about this tax thing until either a day ago or that day.
Each other.
Okay.
She has done things for me and said things to me that no one else ever has before.
Really?
I really feel, I'll be
really. So she has said things that Leanna never told him. Really? Really? Okay. And then secondly, he has a whole stream chat of dick suckers, of slaves that bend over backwards for him. That oh Phil, you're amazing. You're the best YouTuber on the planet. You are amazing. Fuck the haters, Phil. Here's $1,000. Oh well, no one has ever told me these kind of things before, so this girl is amazing. He has 400 people, maybe less than that, telling him how great of a person he is. Oh well, those people don't matter. Fuck them. But this girl who I just met. Less than a year. Oh man, she sucked my dick just right. Okay.
To be honest with you, not to say a 5-year relationship is nothing, but
you are when you immediately follow a girl and get in a relationship with her less than a year. Less than a year, he's already saying that she's amazing, she's the best thing in my life. Okay.
But this woman, out of anyone I've ever been with in my life, dated, I feel like we're soulmates.
Soulmates. Soul fucking mates. I want you guys to find a girl or a boyfriend, whatever. Find whatever. Go up to them. And, maybe go out on 3 dates with them at most. Because, around this, according to him, he spent 3 times with her, so 3 IRL dates, unless you count Twitter interactions as dates, which, whatever. Go out on 3 dates with them or so, whatever, and tell them less than a year, specifically less than a year of knowing them, you're my soulmate, let's move in together, and I want you to tell me how quickly that person runs. The only way I could see them kind of be like, yes, let's move in with less than a year, you're my soulmate too, is if the person is either is psycho or clingy, very psycho clingy nonsense, or she's a whore. it's insane to imagine a girl, or anyone for that matter, being with a person and that person telling them, "You're my soulmate, let's move in together," less than a year of dating. I really am concerned with how quickly they're moving and all this other shit, because moving in with someone is fucking like, you can move in with your best friend and in a few days you could be like, wow, amazing, this person's amazing, I love this person, hanging out with my friend, oh man, it's amazing, it's gonna be an amazing few days, maybe a few months, and then you're gonna start to hate each other because you're gonna start seeing the annoyances and the subtleties of that person's personality. Like, I roomed with a person that I got along with very well, and then I'm a pretty lazy person myself, so I can't really say that I'm amazing myself either. But I could be a slob at times. I could leave like a pile of clothes in some places. I'm a slob. The other person kept having to tell me, "You have to clean your shit, Theo. You're a fucking slob. You're driving me insane." And I was like, oh shit, that's fucked up. And I started to pick up after myself. I started to kind of addressing this person's issues because, we lived with each other and we don't want to be in a room together and we both want to kill each other, right? You don't want to be in that situation. And you kind of have to put effort into making sure that relationship kind of works. And you really think that DSP has that kind of personality that if someone tells them that you need to improve, he's gonna improve? Fuck no. 5 years with Leanna, and Leanna had enough of his shit, and she fucking left.
Now, some of you may not understand that if you've never been in that situation.
Oh yeah, you talk down to your fucking
sometimes
viewers.
You just meet someone, and there's so much right going on.
Of course, it feels right and refreshing because it's new. You buy a new game, and you're like, wow, this new game's amazing. Wow, it's so good. I love this game. And then the more you play it, it's either going to be constantly good because it could be a great game, or it could disappoint you. Look at Metal Gear Solid 5. In a lot of cases, when a lot of people start playing that game, wow, this game's amazing. I love this game. It feels open. You get to Chapter 2 in MGS5, and that's where a lot of people kind of trail off. It kind of makes a 180. Because it's repetitive, it feels empty, all this other nonsense. That could happen with this fucking relationship. The first less than a year, it feels great. And then when you start living with a person and you start to spend more time with this person, it might go south. And that's why it's fucking insane to immediately go to soulmates and let's move in together less than a fucking year. That's why a lot of people, when he was telling this, was like scratching their heads and just like saying like fucking wow.
And or when you talk, right? And not to say that we're perfect people and we're absolutely the perfect match, because I don't think anyone is.
Gotta double down.
I don't think we're ever gonna find someone.
Gotta say, we're not perfect. We're just soulmates, guys. We're not perfect. Okay.
100% you're compatible at all times, and you know what I mean? That's not what it's about.
Go to that extreme.
Actually finding someone who you work with means that you find a perfect balance. Maybe this person has attributes and traits that you don't, but maybe you have a lot of commonalities as well. And when you two come together, you become kind of a perfect mesh. You know what I mean?
You both were out of a relationship. Of course it's gonna be amazing and great because you're at a low point in your life, and when you meet someone and you both happen to, talk nice to each other, because obviously two people who feel shitty about each other and they're talking and bonding over it, they're not gonna talk shitty to each other. Obviously. So of course it feels great. Of course. Watch The Lobster. Watch that movie. It's just... Oh my god.
And
audible sip.
That's kind of how I feel right
Audible sip.
Now, this is someone who I started talking with over the summer. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to spend 3 really nice long...
Again, 3 nice times with her. So July, October, December. So then why was he up late at night in August? Why was he drinking in August? Why was his sleep schedule still fucked up in August if he was really connecting with his soulmate since July? Really makes you think. It really, really fucking does.
Visits with her and or a few other things in between, but she doesn't
Ooh.
live here. So it's not someone who I can every day go see. And that's the worst, is when you have a long distance relationship and especially you have a really bad day and you really need that support and that person can't be physically there for you. That is huge.
No. Granted, you know what, I'll be fair and say that yes, it is hard to keep a long distance relationship. It is hard, sure, because you know someone might find someone better, you know, close to them or whatever. Okay, fair enough, but you still get to talk to them. You get FaceTime, you get Skype. You have the internet. The internet. My mom could literally talk to her brother, who lives in Brussels and Greece. You know, he works in Brussels. She could literally talk to him every week through FaceTime, and she gets to see him. She gets to see his girlfriend and all this other stuff. They get to talk because of the fucking internet. So yeah, it is hard, but the internet makes it easier to keep these relationships going. So it's kind of dumb to say it's hard. Oh, it's really hard. It's killing that I don't have her in my house. No, it isn't. It isn't that bad because he acts as if, I've said this before, that it's like he acts as if she died or she's in the hospital or something. You're still talking to her on Twitter and anywhere else. She could just watch your fucking vlogs and get the same information. And anyways, how is that hard? Okay, sure. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's not that hard. Okay, it's not that hard and it's not that bad because you at least can still talk to her.
But, you know, we're toughing it out and we're finding a way out, especially, you know, when we're not together. Like I said,
We're finding
this
a
morning,
way.
the first thing I did when I woke up is I talked to my girlfriend.
Yeah,
And
not the
feels
people who
so
made him.
different. It really, honestly,
It doesn't feel different. He met Leanna through the fucking internet. He talked to her through fucking YouTube messages. YouTube messages. That's how he met Leanna. She was also a long distance relationship. He had experience in this before. And now he's saying it's hard. It's tough, guys. It's hard to not see her in real life and get to hug her and she gets to suck my dick and cook for me. It's hard, guys. But you talked to Leanna through the internet way before you met this bitch. You have the internet. The internet has come a long way. You could fucking FaceTime with her.
feels different than
His phone has a fucking camera.
any other relationship I've ever been in. It feels to me like she gets me and I get her.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what-
not the fucking girl you fucking engaged earlier this year. Oh, but of course, it was a Band-Aid fix, guys. You know, this girl really bagged a winner. That she bagged a guy that would just use any tactic to keep that relationship going. Have a fake engagement going on so that in hopes to keep her around. You know, and if she ever breaks up with him, he will just rattle off personal information and all this other nonsense. What a great individual DSP is. I mean, she is so fucking lucky. Okay.
What I mean, rather than, oh, it's just someone I like to spend time with, it's more like an actual, like I said, soulmates.
Goddamn YouTube.
That's
Gotta go back.
someone I like to spend time with, and I get her. You know what I mean?
What I
Rather than,
mean?
oh, it's just someone I like to spend time with. It's more like an actual, like I said, soulmates.
It's literally what you just said. Not the soulmates part. He enjoys her company, non stuff. That's what it literally is. Because he hanged out with her 3 times, and obviously they're good times because he's not living with her 24/7. You know, if you invite me over to your house for 3 times, you're probably gonna think I'm a cool guy and I'm amazing and okay, you know that's a little too egotistical of me. Never mind. Let's try that again. It's like you hang out with me 3 times, and we enjoyed the same video games. You know, we both enjoy Street Fighter, let's say, or Skullgirls. Skullgirls, guys, you love Skullgirls. But you know, we have a good time and all this other stuff, and you know, it's like, wow, you know, Theo's a good friend, you know, we have a good time and all this and that. And then, you know, you think maybe Theo could be a roommate. Maybe he could be a good roommate because, you know, we had such a good time with these past 3 times. And then I move in. And then you see me like, okay, I'm leaving dishes around a little bit longer than I should. And, you know, maybe take a little long time to get to cleaning them or whatever. You're not gonna sit there and be like, wow, we're soulmates, Theo. You're so cool. You're gonna be like, Theo, what the fuck, man? Like, you're not gonna, like, feel that way if you spend 24/7 with a person. And when they move in, it's not gonna be that way. Their flaws are gonna show up, and it's gonna be apparent. Again, like Leanna had they both had a very good relationship at the beginning. Because they both didn't spend enough time together to see the issues and all that stuff. 5 years, Leanna started to get annoyed and probably a little ticked off from time to time. You can kind of even see it through their commentary and all this other stuff, even before this year, even before earlier 2017 when she kind of made him take a day off. Even before that, you could kind of tell that he was taking her for granted. And she was only there to give him meals and to basically be a slave. And he was not willing to change. This girl that he has now probably doesn't think that for some fucking reason. I don't know why she just doesn't look at how he treated Leanna and be like, wow, this guy's fucked up, but okay. I mean, I don't know what, I still don't understand how this girl can sit through this year him rattling off his ex-girlfriend's mental health, just to share it with the world and all that stuff. Slam on her every possible moment that he can. How can she sit there and be like, this guy is a great guy. I want to be in a romantic relationship with this person who, if he's treated wrongly, he will fucking be a petty ass motherfucker. I don't understand it. I don't get this woman. I don't get her at all. I don't. But I guarantee it's gonna repeat the same shit again. It might take a little bit longer, maybe. The best case scenario would be that she might spend 6 years with him before she realized that he's a fucking idiot. Or worst case scenario, she'll find out less than a year of living with him. Who knows? Because again, DSP, like typical DSP fashion, will put as much effort into something the first year or however long it will, whatever. He'll put as much effort as he can, and then just stop. He'll just stop working, and he'll just get lazy and stagnant and complacent and not change. Like he did with Kyo Gaming, like he did with Leanna, like he did with his Twitch channel. His Twitch channel is gonna happen. Mark my words. After he switches the whole Patreon thing, the first 3 months or so is gonna be great, and then it's gonna stagnate again, and it's just gonna be the same fucking shit because he doesn't put effort into anything in his life.
That's how I feel when I think about her. All right?
Sure, buddy.
And you know, it's funny because some people have said this year, some people have said this year that, you know, wow, Phil broke up with his ex-girlfriend of 5 years and immediately jumped into another relationship, and now he's rushing it. Now he's talking about having this girl move in with him. How ridiculous. It's obvious that he's just, he's rushing in, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. It literally is ridiculous. Literally. Any sane person would say this is insane. I wonder because I when I watched the third part of this vlog, he said somewhere either with responding to a cheer or somewhere that he said, "Well, I said Merry Christmas to my dad, and then he rattles my ear off for 30 minutes." I wonder if his dad told him that he's an idiot for that, or that he should not be moving this fast with this girl. I wonder if he told him that, because I would be hard pressed. I would be like confused if his dad said this is okay, because it's insane. Not even a year of being with this woman, and he wants her to move in, and they're soulmates. Are you fucking insane? Are you like, it is fucking ridiculous. And I know this is kind of repetitive of me saying the same fucking shit, but it's just it's that insane. And let's hear the defense for that. He says this, like, oh, people say that's ridiculous and all this other stuff. So let's hear his defense.
The truth of the matter, folks, again, is that I broke up with my ex-girlfriend in April. All right? So we're talking, there was a good 2-3 months where I wasn't talking to anybody.
If he spent maybe a year with Leanna before they broke up, okay, I could kind of see that maybe, but he spent 5 years with Leanna, moved across the country with her, and then got over her within 2 months? Okay, that's fucking insane in of itself that he got over it within 2 fucking months. 2 months. And even if 2 months, let's say, in Bizarro World, that 2 months is okay to move on and to find another girl. Let's say it's 2 months is okay. It's still fucking insane to go straight to, we're soulmates, let's move in together. It's still fucking insane. Really? Really? Okay.
And then I met this girl randomly. It was chance that it was literally complete God. Randomness. I wasn't looking for anyone. She wasn't looking for anyone. It was just like circumstances somehow came together that
the planets aligned.
All right.
Oh my God.
And fucking talking and realizing that we had so much in common, and we both had these situations where we were going through bad times, and
they bonded over negativity. That is the most, like, ironic fucking thing I have seen. Like, it's just it's the symbolism of irony. This DSP claims that he wants to focus on more positivity and all this stuff, but he bonded with a girl over negativity. Negativity brought them together. That is insane. That is insane. Negativity brought them together. He should be thanking the detractors then. He should be thanking the trolls. Because the trolls, pretty much played matchmaker, I guess, and connected him with a soulmate. Okay.
They're out, and it just butted into something else on top of that. It was so organic. It was something that naturally happened. It wasn't something that was forced.
I'm gonna put that in the comments section.
I know that I'm like that. And by the way, it wasn't like, oh my God, she's a starstruck fan of mine, and now she's madly in love with me because she likes my YouTube videos. It wasn't like.
But he said that she knew of him through his YouTube videos and that she's a fan. Okay.
That at all. Okay.
Not like that at all.
It was more like we started talking and we clicked, talking to each other. It was a natural attraction.
And bonded over negativity.
Having that naturalness rather than someone who's like, oh, I was a big fan of Phil beforehand, and now I'm a starstruck fan who gets to be his girlfriend or anything like that. It wasn't like that at all. All right.
Met over the internet randomly. How? And he did say that he watched his videos, that she is a fan of him. But not a fan of him. Not starstruck. Okay. Sure.
Right.
Can't keep his lies straight. Take a sip. What the fuck?
So that being said,
What the fuck?
without revealing too many details.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Behind the scenes, starting in the summer, all right, the summer time,
Okay.
I started to see someone else on and off when we had time and when we could make available to be together because, like I said, she doesn't live here. She does not live in Seattle.
Then how did you meet randomly?
And she's not always able to come out here to see me, you know, because of circumstances.
What circumstances? What are these circumstances? She just lives in another state. And she has a job. Is that the circumstance, that she has a job? Okay.
I started to have this new relationship that really has turned into something really beautiful. Okay?
Beautiful.
But I really kept it a secret. I mean, I didn't even tell you guys about it until, what, a few weeks ago? But maybe a month ago? I don't think it was a month ago. I think it was a few weeks ago, right? Where I really revealed to everyone that...
Just before his
you know,
vacation. He mentioned it just before his vacation. As I said before, he's already using this girl as a way to make money. And the thing that is also kind of funny is that he treats his life like a press conference. You know how companies have specific dates they want to announce certain games? Like they plan out a date, like a time frame, like, okay, we're gonna announce this game at this convention, we gotta time it just right. You know, this and that. DSP has these dates planned to announce more about the stuff. So he's kind of treating this girl as if she's an object for his streams, to make money. Oh, okay, I'm gonna announce to the world I have a girlfriend, but just not gonna give him a lot of information the week before my time off. That's gonna work perfectly. Okay, guys, I have a girlfriend. Wow. Oh, what? All the other stuff. Okay. Then get this. I'm gonna post pictures on Instagram to kind of build the hype, and then I'm gonna say that. Then when I come back, I'm gonna say she decorated the house. She did this office. Then when that happens, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna give a little bit more information about her during the Christmas vlog that I have in store. And then maybe if I get out of this tax situation, guys, Cookie with the King will return with my girlfriend. It's these big announcements of his life. Next year, in January, he's guys, in April, I have a plan. I'm gonna talk about a new couch I'm gonna get, guys. A brand new couch. Okay.
A girlfriend, and boy, was that tough. It was tough because, me, I got a big blabbermouth, and I like to tell you guys everything, right? And man, was it this year in particular.
This is what I mean when I said this numerous times. It's fine to kind of withhold information to your viewing audience, but when you keep bragging about it, it comes off as a child. He acts as if it's a big accomplishment that he kept things a secret. Guys, I have a secret. I have a secret, guys. I'm not telling you. I got a secret. Okay. Okay. Guys, I have a secret too. It's a big one. I can't tell you right now, but it's a secret. I can't tell you guys. It's something personal. It's something that's going on behind the scenes. I can't tell you. It's a secret. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Keeping things.
It's imagine following. Because a lot of people got annoyed with Kojima doing this fucking vague ass nonsense with MGS5 and Death Stranding. People are getting annoyed with it. Okay, I exactly. But imagine if you're following Sony or something, and they keep doing this saying, guys, and they keep making Twitter announcements saying, guys, we have a big secret. It's behind the scenes stuff. We can't tell you, but it's a secret, guys. It's a fucking secret. Can't tell you guys. It's really hard for us to keep a secret, but we can't tell you. And they tell that, and they keep stretching out every moment. It's one thing to kind of build up hype, a few weeks before E3. They might do some vague stuff before then, which is fine. It's understandable. But he does this stuff just randomly, and he brags about it. It's so fucking cringy and annoying. It really it's like a grape with
secret
me.
about what's going on with my ex-girlfriend and that
Oh my God,
relationship
excuse
falling
me.
apart, and then not telling you about my new, it was real tough to keep stuff secret, but I did my best, right?
I
I
did my
really
best. Okay.
did. Okay.
People were getting banned for
So,
making fun of Leanna back
that
in
being said, I
Twitch and
finally had moral
Chill.
support again. Even though she wasn't able to be here every day, I finally had moral support again, which I needed so much. And you guys may have noticed.
He had moral support 24/7 with his fucking stream chat, but that's not good enough. His fucking slaves are not good enough for him, but his slaves are okay with that because their slaves enjoy being shat on. Look at Waifu Destroyer Matt. He loves being shat on every time. Yeah, okay.
That I started getting more positive. I started feeling better. I started coming out, right? The
Yeah,
streams.
yeah, like, dude. Oh my god. War Dog Leader. Another shout out to this guy. He literally, DSP was crying about his life. I have no one to cook meals for me. Boo. And War Dog kind of like tries to make him feel better and gives him like kind of a motivational like kind of statement by saying like, look, my brother died and it was hard, but I was able to cook for myself, man. It's hard. You can definitely make meals. Basically, he was basically telling that he could make like noodles and shit. And he was like, "Oh my God, War Dog Leader, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. You're banned." But he's very positive, guys. He was very positive during this time with his new girl. Okay, yeah, I believe that.
Ended up being even more positive. You may have noticed about middle of this year, all of a sudden, I started.
Middle of this year, we're going that far back to say that you're positive? Okay. Oh my god. Dude, he made fucking twitlongers before the tax situation of him crying about money. Saying how nervous he was, and this and that. And he's telling us that he was in a positive mood since the middle of this year. Are you fucking kidding me, Phil? Are you fucking kidding me? Sure. Okay.
to not be drinking all the time anymore. And I started to, even though my sleep schedule was thrown
Okay.
off,
Okay.
it's a lot different when you're talking to someone all night and having a positive conversation and just.
But he literally said, like, not like during the summer when he announced he had a girlfriend, like, well, no girl's gonna be around late at night, okay? But he just said that he talks to her late at night. And other people have brought up that he has no time to edit videos or to do certain videos and certain things, but he has enough time to date a person. Exactly. He has enough time to watch Netflix, to binge watch Mindhunters, to watch all these Netflix shows, to finish Stranger Things within 2 days, and all this other stuff, but he doesn't have time to work on his videos. And girls don't talk to people past midnight. Okay, Phil, sure.
A good interaction with someone versus you're all alone and depressed, right?
You literally said you were depressed in that September vlog. If I remember correctly, he brought up depression. And he kept bringing it up until the point where he said he has a girlfriend. Again, it really makes you think. It really does.
So, that being said, let's start talking about the summer months. Because during the summer months this year, I started doing some really fun stuff. For example, I did my Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin run.
That sucked.
Honestly, that run that I did on Twitch
was worse
ended
than
up
Dark
giving me
Souls
massive
1.
popularity. If you guys aren't aware, it was during that run that I ended up getting hundreds, if not more, regular viewers on a daily basis. I got a ton of new subscribers during that time period. It really was that second run through Scholar, or the second run through Dark Souls 2 with the Scholar of the First Sin added stuff, that people really started turning out for streams and liking my stuff on the regular. And a lot of those people who came out for those streams started coming back. And it was funny. It was actually funny because that Anonymous, who was
tons of people, was one person, and that Anona dummy is probably a shit tier person and a shit tier mod. He's garbage. Fuck that guy.
He's a stream regular and a moderator now in my stream chat. That was when he started.
He literally whined and bitched to get mod status, and then DSP revoked it. He literally took away his mod powers because a lot of people hated him being a mod or whatever. And then DSP granted him mod status again, and that Anana Bear, it was amazing. The second that that DSP removed his modship because of all the negativity that has come out of it, that Anonymous started shitting on Phil. He was like, oh, well, it was great being a mod, but you know what? Fuck this. You know what? Phil's chat is this and that. He started being like a fucking negative dick. DSP gave him modship again, and then immediately did a 180. DSP's amazing. I love him. Phil, here's a game. Take my money. Phil's amazing. I love Phil. Phil can suck my dick. War Dog Leader can go to hell. Fuck him and his brother. God damn it. This and that. Fucking that Anana Bear is fucking trash. Fucking trash.
They're watching. And a lot of people were like that, and now they're become big fans and viewers, and that was awesome, right? The summertime, when it was dead and there was nothing really going on with gaming, when I was doing entertaining stuff on Twitch, gave me popularity, and that was a really cool time for me.
He got popular during the downtime. Now, get this. Get this. He got so much attention and positivity and popularity through the summertime doing, like, nothing games, not AAA games or whatever. The fall season comes, the hardcore gaming season, and he is telling us he can't play niche games, he can't do Mario Sunshine, he can't do Yakuza Kiwami, he can't do Okami, he can't do this or that because he needs to bring in the views. He can't do this and that. I need to play the games that are going to get all this popularity. But he just said, just now, that he got a lot of popularity playing, games that were not popular. Maybe he should do more of that and less of like, oh, I need to whore myself out with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But no, he wants to be a Twitch whore now.
For me.
Take a sip.
But if you're not aware, guys,
Audible gulps,
that was also a time when I got more false copyright strikes, right? It wasn't bad enough.
One false copyright strike.
Being swatted, DDoS attack, false copyright strikes destroying my YouTube channels in 2010, my whole 5-year relationship falling apart and breaking apart because of troll activities and all this
But that copyright strike that he got wasn't even that bad. It affected only one playthrough that he hated playing because he would have gone back to it if he loved it. He didn't like Persona 5. RIP Persona 5. So that game was dropped, and it didn't really affect him at all. It did not affect him at all. The other one was with Rockstar, but that was like lifted within a day. And he's acting as if it's this huge thing. Okay.
Stress that caused by it over the year. That wasn't enough. Phil's still here. We got to get him again. More false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming over the course of the summer. Now, I was terrified because I was with a new partnership company in Curse. All right?
Get this.
And I was very worried that I was going to lose this partnership because Curse has very, very strict.
He literally shat on every single viewer that came to his chat and told him, Phil, Curse might revoke your partnership with them because they have a very strict strike policy. He shat on them for it. Now, I think the reason why he does that is because he doesn't want to read the harsh truth. He probably knew about that, and he was very nervous as it is, and he probably didn't want to read people reminding him of it because he wanted to get away from that. So that's probably what was going on. He does that a lot, and it's kind of dumb to do that. He should have just said, guys, I know that could happen. I don't want to think about it right now. And that would be a million times better because then maybe less people would give him shit about it, and maybe he'd look less of an asshole. Can't do that. He has to look like a full-time asshole, and that's what he looks like. He looks like a full-time asshole. So, GG.
Rules about getting copyright strikes against your channel and all of that. And they say if you get copyright strikes against your channel, you will lose your Curse partnership. And I knew I had no one else to partner with because everyone else didn't want this negative stigma associated with their company because of these trolls coming after me on a daily basis. Okay? So, yeah, it was terrible. And of course, it was these copyright strikes from Rockstar, which I knew were fake. I knew they were fake to begin with. But it was a bitch getting them cleared up because I basically had to convince YouTube that they didn't know what the hell they were doing, and trying to tell YouTube anything that they're doing something wrong is like trying. I might as well talk to this fucking door to my left here, because the door will respond more often in a positive manner than me telling YouTube you guys screwed something up and you need to fix it. Okay? In the entirety that I've been on YouTube, almost 10 years, once ever did YouTube respond to me telling them they did something wrong and fix it, and it was this fucking summer. You tell me how this happened, but YouTube actually reviewed the situation and said...
Now, I remember this as well. He was in contact with, I guess, YouTube and Curse. Maybe it had to do with Curse.
Oh, you're right. We didn't do
You're right.
due diligence.
Phil, you're right.
It's our fault. These are false copyright strikes, and we're removing them immediately. It was like pigs were flying over my house, volcanoes were erupting, the sky had fallen, hell had become an ice cube. I couldn't fucking believe it. Because every other time this had happened to me, right, I had to find my, like, for example, the false copyright strikes in 2015 that forced me to delete videos, right, completely fucked over my business. But here we are, 2017, YouTube actually fixed the problem.
But he went through Machinima at the time. In 2015, and he said it was Machinima and YouTube that told him to delete videos. Now he's saying that it was okay.
What I mean, I couldn't believe it.
It's just YouTube, I guess. I guess Machinima was a lie.
So, for once in my life, right, I felt like I had won. And just think about how positive I felt. I had a new girlfriend who got me, and I got...
Girlfriend in July. August. Oh, I'm miserable. I have terrible life, man. I can't cook. I'm miserable. I'm depressed. I'm drinking every night. I stay up every night past midnight. 5 a.m. My sleep schedule's off. This and that. I'm really hurt by by the breakup with Leanna. Had a girlfriend in July. Okay.
Got her, and we felt like we were soulmates.
Yeah, soulmates.
Copyright strikes come across my channel, and I'm able to get rid of them immediately and take care of them because YouTube actually listens for once. By the way, I talked to Curse about it, and Curse said, Phil, we know who you are. We know what you've been through. Under no circumstances will we ever terminate our partnership agreement with you until there's a discussion, and we determine that you've actually done
literally think someone found this out with Curse. They will revoke your partnership if the strike sticks. Like, if the strike can get resolved, Curse will keep the partnership. But if the strike is removed or it's able to be removed, Curse if it's able to, they will keep the partnership. But if it can't be removed, if it sticks, they will revoke the partnership. But of course, Phil has to sound like he's like a big dog on YouTube by saying, "Well, look, Curse knows who I am." But I guarantee the second if Curse says, "Okay, Phil, we're cutting our contract," he's gonna shit on them completely. Watch.
Wrongdoing. They actually said they will stick up for me because of they know who I am and the shit that I've been through. They're not gonna just drop me like a hot rock.
Just like Machinima. Remember that one vlog that he said this year? Oh, well, Machinima is sticking up for me, dude. They found out the issue. They're sticking up with me because ultimately, if I fail, they fail too.
If they see false copyright strikes, they're not going to delete my partnership. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I was getting all this positivity all at once. It was crazy. And then, like I said, the streams during the summertime were very positive. It was everything was going well. Everything was going good and everything's going perfectly. And I'm like, if only things keep going. If Twitch kept growing the way that it was growing, I knew that by the end of the year, I'd be making a lot more money. I'd be able to maybe make ends meet, pay all my bills, and even maybe start making extra money, where maybe over the next few years, things could get a lot better, and I could stop being in such terrible debt and all these problems go.
Remember, he has said multiple months this year, before the tax nonsense, that he was nervous. He was living paycheck to paycheck. I'm very nervous about the bills. I don't know if I can pay the bills. I'm overdrafted. Guys, I just bought this game, and I was so close to not having enough to buy this game. It was insane. I'm really strapped for cash, guys. I'm very nervous. Now he's saying that it was going great. Okay. I wonder if it has to do with the Afghanistan tips.
Going on and everything, right? So for the first time in a long time, I was starting to feel really, really positive
And the
about
Golden
everything.
Cucks cheers that he does every
But
day.
there's always a twist. So I'll get to that in a moment.
Oh
Let's
boy,
do some
twist.
shout outs because some people have been doing stuff here. Shout out to Yoichi McCree, who did a $2 tip. He says, majority of the ones who criticize you on YouTube are just crappy commentary people who couldn't do anything creative if they tried. Commentating community is the bane of YouTube. I agree.
Hey, fucker. I do creative stuff. I have a channel. I have a creative channel. Go to Theo Does Videos. Go to that channel. It's a feature channel on this channel. You go there and you see I do all kinds of videos. I do movie reviews, game reviews sometimes. I do thoughts of the week when I have a thought that I want to express. I do game of the week if I want to talk about a particular game that I really want to talk about. I do all kinds of stuff. I post art on my Twitter and shit when I have the art to share, etc. I do creative fucking things. This channel is when I'm bored and I just want to have fucking fun with my bored nonsense time. So fuck you, dude. Come on. And commentary. Phil does commentary. His Let's Plays are fucking commentary. Let's hear that again.
Yoichi McCree, who did a $2 tip. He says, majority of the ones who criticize you on YouTube are just crappy commentary people who couldn't do anything creative if they tried. Commentating community is the bane of YouTube.
Commentating community is the bane of YouTube. Phil does commentary. His Let's Plays are commentary. Literally. Because when you do something and you talk over it, that's commentating. He even describes his videos as commentating. He says, "Oh, my commentary has been much improved since I started." Because it's commentary. Are you fucking kidding? He wants to do commentary. He wants to commentate over his fucking videos. Okay.
I agree. It's garbage. It's not quality content. It's mostly all negative drama shit for the sake of being like a little high school girl and creating gossip to make money. It's not legitimate. It's garbage.
I think he's trying to talk about fucking, what is it? Like, react videos or videos that talk about, like, dumb channels or whatever, like H3H3, but the thing is about those is that the channels that they talk about are sleazy fucking channels. These channels aren't, like, reputable channels or channels with good intentions. Like, Phil is not that anymore. You cannot even make that case anymore with him. Maybe in 2010, you could kinda, maybe make the case that he's an honest YouTuber. Maybe. Now you can't. You honestly can't because he begs for money on stream every fucking day. He's very toxic to everyone around him. He's honestly, arguably, more toxic now than he has ever been before. When you compares his progression of his videos, he has gotten more toxic, way more than he has before. So
Garbage content.
And he does commentary, so he's
Mosley at home did a 10-bit cheer and has personal stuff about
commentary.
business stuff that I'm not going to answer. So there.
He's not going to answer the specific business stuff, but he'll go over all his business stuff with Leanna and his new girlfriend and all this other shit.
Ignore that because I know exactly who you are, by the way.
I know who you
thanks
are.
For the troll cheer. Nick did a $1 tip.
I know you are.
He asked about, is there a story behind cryptic tweets with 1 or 2 letters in a picture? Maybe one day I'll reveal it, but right now I'm not going to.
Why? Why can't you reveal what Pa was? What is Pa? Tell us, Phil, please. Please tell us what Pa is. I want it. But obviously it's because he was fucking drunk. He was obliterated. That or he was like trying to like... You know what it could have been? I don't know. I was thinking maybe he was trying to kind of sneak his way into selling certain things to people, I guess. I don't know. But whatever. But he's not going to tell us what Pa was. He should have just... He should tell us.
Atlas Telemon did a 50-bit cheer.
I guarantee... when he reveals it, it's gonna be either that he was drunk and he was drunk tweeting, or it's gonna be something not even that great.
How do the NR of followers and total views weigh in with Twitch search and getting noticed? You know what? Hold on a second. People are right. No pop-ups are coming on, right? The pop-ups aren't working. People are saying they're not seeing any pop-ups whatsoever. You're right. It's not working. Shit.
Yeah, you gotta
okay, hold on a second. I could probably fix that. I'm giving everyone their shout-outs, but I think the reason no one's contributing is because none of the pop-ups are coming up. So I need to fix that. So hold on a second here, guys. Hold on. Let's see what's going on.
Sorry, I'm like looking at I have Discord open, and someone posted.
I think I can fix it on the fly. Hold on, I think I know what's wrong
today, and it's so fucking dumb. You said, "Oh, I woke up early today because I was so excited to stream. I feel brand new and revigorated, dude. So I woke up early today. I tried to go back to sleep for a bit. Was so excited about streaming all day today I couldn't. That's a pretty awesome feeling that I've had in 2017 that I hadn't had for a long time. It really does feel like new again, because he was getting money, baby, because he really loves milking the holiday spirit. He loves milking it. Sounds like someone lowered their pledge. Ooh, someone lowered their pledge on Dark Side Phil.
Okay.
Let's find out. Oh shit! It only dropped a little, so you probably still hit the goal. Probably someone cheered a lot and then lowered their pledge. So that's probably what happened.
I think that inadvertently the pop-up messages have been deactivated. I've now reactivated them, so anyone who does a 50-bit cheer, subscribes, and clicks the share button, or tips me $2 or more should now get a pop-up, and I apologize for that. That's why I was like, they're working. He says, how do the NR of followers relatively new to Twitch? How? Any seen stuff here on Twitch at all?
Twitch.
I don't know. Phil was high up there in the rankings. Captain DCW, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Captain. Oh, it's working. I fixed it. There you go. Although, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move it. Hold on. There we go. Now you guys can actually read the messages. Because if I put it down there, it's going to mess with my Twitter handle. See that?
Testing.
There we go. Okay. It works. Captain DCW, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Captain DCW, for subscribing. I appreciate that. In fact, now we're up to 324 subscribers. We've reached another new milestone.
Where and why did your girlfriend get you a dragon sweater? Oh. Oh my god.
Milestone. Thank you, everyone. 324 subs and growing. The most I've ever had. Thank you, guys. And wow, we have, oh my god, we have over 1,000 viewers on the stream.
Ask about the sweater.
Thank you for sharing your Christmas day with me. I appreciate it. Let's keep going, because people want to hear the stories and stuff. Solid Shock did a 10-bit cheer. He says, Merry Christmas to DSP and all the fans. Merry Christmas to you. Alice Telemon did another 10-bit cheer to let me know the pop-ups weren't working. Thank you for that, because I fixed them. Fluttershy did a 10-bit cheer. He says, can you give Freddie Freeman a shout-out? Sure. Merry Christmas, Freddie Freeman. Corn G did a 100-bit cheer. Said, Merry Christmas. Thank you, Corn G. Captain DCW did a 50-bit cheer. He said, testing, and it worked. And Boris Stingy did a 50-bit cheer. Looking all around a sweater. There's a store, the variety. The department stores with reindeer and stuff. This one we found, I think we found this at Kohl's. Looking at it like, why in the holy hell would there be a Christmas dress? The best ones we've seen. It's just so different, so weird. All right.
Take a sip.
Oh, now I got a $1 tip from Tevin. Now, who knows if it's the real Tevin, who's a fucking other hemorrhoid on my ass, right?
Got him.
He asks.
That wasn't me, but I just love that shout out.
If it's the real Tevin, who's a fucking another hemorrhoid on my ass, right?
Dude,
he asks, did you mention Lavaria? No, I didn't. You know what? I should. Because
what if you talk about me? Because, you know, some people call me White Tevin. What about White Tevin? Give White Tevin a shout out.
That shit actually happened during the whole time when I had partnered with Kurz.
I wonder what DSP's reaction to White Tevin would be. Oh, White Tevin? What the fuck is that?
and I was in the midst
goddamn.
of the breakup with my ex-girlfriend. All right.
Tevin.
Here's what happened.
Tevin.
A company came to me.
I saw Tevin
All right.
in
And they
Tevin's
promised me the
chat
world.
one time.
They said,
it was something.
we will give you a managed partnership. We're going to pay you a higher percentage than what you're getting paid with Curse. We want your channels because we see the amount of traffic you get. And we have a relatively small...
and I'm going to say this again because, you know, Tevin might be watching this video. Skullgirls is a really good game. I love the game. Great game. 10 out of 10. You should get a PS4, Tevin. I know, you know, a great idea. Buy a PS4 just for Skullgirls. Best money investment ever, Tevin. Don't worry. You don't have to ask about is that a good money investment? It's a perfect money investment because you gotta play against me and Skullgirls.
Network, and we feel that bringing your channels into our fold will give us way more traffic. And we feel that this is going to be beneficial to us to do this, okay? And I said, well, you know, basically you're telling me exactly what I want to hear. All right, now this was about, I believe, I can't remember if it was March or April at this point. I think it was April, but I'm not 100% positive on that. All right, so during this time period, this company, and by the way, they didn't call themselves Laveria or anything like that. There was some other company I'd never heard of before. Were in contact with me, and I had multiple contacts. I was talking to 2 people there. They were trying to recruit me, basically, promising me, oh, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that. For me, the only thing I really cared about was they said they were going to get me a managed partnership right away, and I knew that would be great, because now I could still play Nintendo games and keep all the ad revenue. Nintendo wouldn't steal all the ad revenue from my videos. I would be able to not have to worry about content ID matches. Basically, I'd be in the clear up whatever I wanted.
Got a boner.
Partnership.
The second they're like, we're going to give you a managed partnership. Managed partnership? Oh, boy, I gotta get in. I gotta get in on this.
And I would be able to make all the profit off of that, okay?
Anything for this.
What I decided to do, all right, was I said, here's what I'm going to do. And I did this for myself. I said, I don't know if I could trust these guys or not. Right now, I'm literally not doing anything important.
Back in the day, back early in this year, I wanted to endure or react to the Laveria stuff that he didn't hate live. Never got a chance to, and I kind of was like, fuck it, I'm not going to do it because a lot of people already did at that point. I was like, fuck it, I don't really have any desire to do it. Now that he brings it up here, I could say this. He was so defensive about Laveria. Everyone was telling him it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. And he was like, guys, why are you saying it's a scam? You know, how would you feel if you're trying to start a company and people are saying it's a scam, guys? Stop it, okay? You know, it's all that, and he kept saying how he had a contract with them and all this other stuff. And now he's saying, then he said back in June or so, I knew it was a scam, guys. See, I'm smart, guys. I'm intelligent. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and that's not really the case.
With my YouTube channel, KO Gaming. In fact, at this time, remember when I was adapting to this new streaming method where I was focused on streaming exclusively, I decided that I was just going to focus on that and not worry about edited content at all. So my KO Gaming edited gaming channel, edited gameplay channel, edited reviews and stuff went on hold while I was focusing on trying to get my streams to blow up on Twitch.
Sure, that's what it was.
So I said, gee, here's what I'll do. I will test what these people are saying with KO Gaming. And if...
Look how little he gave a fuck about KO Gaming. Okay, I'll talk about my KO Gaming channel. Let's take it, Laveria. Let's fuck that channel up.
They do what they promise on KO Gaming, alright, then I will bring all of my channels over to the fold. However, during my plan to do this, they basically said they wanted to prove that I was all in, and they wanted me to unlink both my DSP Gaming and KO Gaming channels from Curse.
He literally tried to disconnect DSP Gaming from Curse. He literally tried to do that. He did a vlog about it. Like, he said, oh, I was able to unlink KO Gaming easily, but DSP Gaming, I can't do it. It's hard, and I'm trying to get it with the new company. Oh no, it wasn't that. No, I think it was he unlinked it with Curse. Like, he did that, and then he tried to. And in order for DSP Gaming to be connected to Laveria that he was trying to connect with, he had to enable DSP gaming for monetization, but got denied by Google AdSense or whatever. And then he was like saying, I can't do it. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with DSP gaming. I'm fucked. And this and that. He did a whole vlog about it. Let's go check that video out. It completely contradicts this.
So I did. All right, I did. I unlinked both channels.
He's trying to make
Curbs,
himself sound smart.
And I took KO Gaming, and I said, okay, KO Gaming is unlinked right away. I can link this to your network right away. Give me the information. I'll link it to your network. And then let's get it into the managed partnership right away. All of a sudden, I get an invite, all right, on this channel from Laveria Media.
He literally ran off stream to accept the invite. He even said it in the pre-stream. Okay, guys, I got an invite from the managed partnership company to join them. I'm gonna go accept it. Be right back. Then he muted the microphone and he left the stream. He left the couch and he did it. He did it. So that's a lie. He's trying to say that he didn't accept the invite or whatever. He thought the invite was weird, but he literally stated he went off to accept the invite. Okay.
And I'm like, who's Laveria Media? I've never even talked to this company before. So I asked the guy, he's like, oh, don't worry, that's our parent company. And what you do is you partner with them, but we're still going to deal with us. But if you partner with them, then we'll get you everything we promised you. And already, immediately, I'm skeptical. I'm like, this can't be legit. But
okay,
I wanted to give him benefit of the doubt because I had already gone through the trouble.
Why would you... Dude, why would you give the benefit of a doubt of a company that could be a scam? Dude, that's like getting a phone call from the IRS that says, we are the IRS. We are calling to talk to you about tax fraud. And you're just like, I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt and call this number and do what they tell me. Because it could legitimately be the IRS. But it's like, you know, you need to have some critical thinking with that. It's like, well, if I'm in trouble with the IRS, they're not going to just give me a phone call. They're going to actually like send people to my house. They're going to send letters to my house. They're going to start sending like official documentation to prove that they're real, because anyone can tell you that they're the IRS and use that to scare people. They do that a lot to the elderly because they're old. They manipulate them. It's fucked up, but they do that. It's really fucked up. There's a lot of fake fucking people that use any method to get your money. And he's looking at this company, and he's apparently trying to tell us that he knew it was a scam or had a feeling it was a scam, and continued to work it out with them. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, Phil.
Unlinking both my DSP gaming and KO
he's
gaming
smart,
channels
guys.
from Curse, and I wanted to see if these guys
What a smart
were
guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I did. I linked KO Gaming with Laveria Media, and I waited.
It gets better. It gets
waited
better.
2 days, and nothing's happening. And I emailed these guys. I'm like, you promised me you were going to get me a managed partnership. When's it coming? Oh, don't worry, we're working on that for you right now. 3 days passed. Still, I like, guys, my DSP Gaming isn't partnered with anyone. I'm making no money on it. I need to know what the hell's going on.
As I said, literally had trouble with DSP Gaming because of YouTube, of this whole YouTube nonsense. It had nothing to do with Laveria. And then he kept shitting on anyone that told him that Laveria was a scam. It was a shady business to go into, and he shat on them all the time. And when he finally realized that it was a scam, he had to try to make himself sound smart, so he's trying to justify him falling for the scam. Again, it's like if you did something wrong and then your parents call you out on it, it's like, and you're just like, look, Mom, the guy said he was gonna buy me a car, and I went to the dealership to buy a car, and Mom, he said he was gonna give me the car, and he never came back with the car. I don't know, that's a dumb example, but you know what? Fuck it. DSP is an idiot anyway.
Going on here because you promised me the world and you're not getting it for me. All of a sudden I get a completely different response. Oh, well, we're eventually going to get you that managed partnership, but we need to bring you into the fold first, and you need to be with us for months and months. So we can build up rapport, and we can say that your channels are part of our network, and it'll give us attention and all of that, and all, you know what I mean? And at that point, I knew it was bullshit.
But that is almost any partnership company. I mean, sure you could go straight to managed in some ways, but most of the time now, companies are probably gonna put you on an affiliate partnership first, and then they'll promote you to managed. Probably. I wouldn't know because I don't have I don't have a partnership with either with my creative channel, so I can't really say much about that. But yeah, I really doubt you would get managed immediately nowadays. Just saying.
And I said, fuck this. And I went back to the guy immediately. And I said, you lied. I'm done with you. As of right now, I'm severing contact from KO Gaming from your company. Because I don't know if you guys are aware of this. When you partner now with a company on YouTube, you have the ability to sever the contract with any partnership company. And within 30 days, they're done. Even no matter, regardless of anything you've signed or anything, once you delink your channel, the whole thing is done, okay? So, the reason they did this is because a company is like this, that were lying and cheating and rigging people into these partnerships and then never releasing the channels. So, I told the company, screw you, I'm done with you. Rigging people in. So, the reason they did this is because a company is like this, that were lying and cheating and rigging people into these partnerships and then never releasing the channels. So I told the company, okay, screw you, I'm done with you. I don't know who Laveria is. I never agreed to be with them. By the way, I never signed a contract to ever work with any company.
He did say in the Hate Live, when he was talking about Laveria Media, that he did sign the contract. He said he signed it. Okay.
A company called Laveria Media. So legally, Laveria had no legal right to even have a partnership on any of my channels. I had signed paperwork with a different company completely. Okay?
But if that company is with Laveria, you made a deal with Laveria, and you signed it, nonetheless.
And by the way, I should mention this, their contracts were a joke. You could tell the contract they had copy and pasted from another company's contract because there were errors in grammar and there were things missing from the contract that were critical parts of information that I had to have them add in and shit. It was a joke. Basically,
so what he basically did is that he kind of scammed himself because, again, that kind of brings back what he said in the Hate Live podcast where he constantly kept telling them to add this into the contract and all this stuff. So he was helping them make a contract he would sign, and then signed it. And you could say, well, and then the whole defense of, it's a joke contract, there's grammatical errors. You still signed the contract. It's still a contract. You signed it. You signed it, dummy.
They were fake, all right? It was a fake bullshit thing. And luckily, I was smart.
Yeah, imagine if Laveria or Platavia or whatever decides to take him to court for it, and then his defense is, they're a scam. It's fake. The contract had errors in it. I don't know if the court is gonna sit there and be like, okay, it's a joke, or they're gonna be like, well, you did sign it, Phil.
Enough to say, let's just try it with KO Gaming first, because I don't really care about that channel right now. And I did not go forward with DSP Gaming on purpose to see if they were legit or not, okay? So basically, I severed the contact with this company, and I never talked to them again, and that was it. Now, apparently, my detractors at the time decided to do entire podcasts where they brought in employees of Laveria Media and the CEO of Laveria Media, and they said, oh, I never talked to any of those people, ever. I never had any contact with any of them, and I never talked to anyone who ever worked at Laveria Media. So literally those entire podcasts and things that those idiots did were 100% illegitimate and a waste of time. So if you watch that, you wasted your time, and shame on you because you believed their bullshit that they literally made up. I never worked with Laveria Media.
But I just signed a contract with a company that worked for Laveria Media, but I never worked for Laveria Media. Okay.
Only thing I ever did, KO Gaming, was temporarily for like 2 days linked to them, and then I unlinked them myself because I had no contract and no contact with any company called Laveria Media. Okay. So, there you go. That's what happened with that. That was just another fucked up thing that happened to me during the whole time period of transition between like March to May. By the way, this was all happening again when I was breaking up with my ex, so it was just adding fuel to the fire and more stress for me on top of everything. And then luckily, I went right back to Curse. I explained the situation, and Curse said, all right, we'll take you back. You know, it wasn't your fault what happened.
But remember, he's reliable. Remember he said that in the first half that Twitch said that I was reliable. They looked at me and was like, well, this guy's reliable, let's sign him. But he left Twitch, you know, for 2 years, and then he came back to Twitch later, and then they're saying he's reliable. And now he's saying that he left Curse, and then he's going to go back to Curse. Very reliable. If a new streaming site he's such a fucking idiot.
You know, Curse has been great. Twitch has been great. I love the companies, and I'm looking forward to staying with them for a long time. I really do. All right. Shout out to Swag Score, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Swag Score, for the sub. Nick tipped me $1 and says, I bet the company that claims they worked under Laveria wasn't a real company. It was actually a troll who forged your signature or applied to Laveria on your behalf with your information. That's why the contracts were wrong. Maybe. It could.
That is very fucking dumb, because if that's the case, then why the fuck would DSP continue with it? Like, it's like if you like when you get those phone calls, those telemarketers that say, "Oh, congratulations, you made a you get to go on a cruise on the Atlantic Ocean or whatever." Are you gonna sit there and be like, "I won, guys," or are you gonna be like, "Wait a second, I don't remember signing up to a contest"? Like, really? So what that basically means is that DSP is so gullible and dumb that you can sign him up for anything and he'll just accept it. So if you sign up for porn, he'll pay for it because who knows? Because if he gets it, it must be legit, right? Okay.
Could be. Scrupula did a 10-bit cheer. Said Merry Christmas. Sub 4 Levo did an 1100-bit cheer.
And obviously there are like false, like shitty companies, because I got some letters for this channel to be monitored, like, oh, we noticed that you're getting in a lot of attention. Do you want to partner this channel and all this stuff so you could be making money for your work? And I was like, no. I don't want to make money off of these dumbass videos. Come on.
Sub 4 Levos. I've been watching since 2008. I hope 2018 is a better year for you.
Let me make money.
So do I, and thank you very much for the cheer. Super Blind Man resubbed for the 13th month in a row. Thank you for over a year of support, Super Blind Man. He says, Merry Vegan Christmas, Phil. Your top-notch entertainment is a wonderful addition to the day. Thank you very much for your support, Super Blind Man. And guess what? We're now up to 325 subscribers. We're still growing. Amazing. Thank you guys.
Didn't see something important? No.
Guys very much. Thank you to Dean, who just tipped me $5. He says, Phil, I think after almost 10 years of doing this thing, the fact that nothing these trolls and haters have done to ruin your business has worked. Really says
yeah, now he's just begging for money every day, saying he needs to save the house, and he could lose the house, and he's in financial ruin, and all this stuff. Yeah, clearly he's so successful.
About your determination. You're an inspiration to all of us fans. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Dean.
I am very inspired to beg strangers to save my house. I'm very like inspired by that. You know what, guys? Give me money. You know, just give me money. I would like to. I need money. Give me money, please. It's so inspiring to hear this guy whine about money, and it works all the time. Maybe begging does work, and I'm just not trying it.
Tip and the sentiment. All right.
Sentiment.
Let me get a lozenge, and we're going to continue on with meeting my current girlfriend. How amazing. About summer of 2017, because I told you about meeting my current girlfriend, how amazing that was. I told you how I overcame the copyright strikes in the summer of 2017, and how everything was going good with the streaming. But then things took a turn for the worse. So let's talk about that. All right, let me get a lozenge.
It makes it sound like a fucking soap opera. That things took a change for the worst. Like, okay.
Here we go. Can't get this bag open. Oh! Lozenge! Fuck.
Not a clown.
Complicated. Jesus
Opening a bag is complicated. That's a great soundbite right there.
Christ.
Oh, opening a license bag is so complicated, man.
Okay.
Why do they make bags simpler? Sell them open.
All right.
Why does he keep
Holy
the
moly.
lozenges off camera? Why does he have to get?
It's not a cough drop though. Stinking Baristas, I call them cough drops. It's not. This is a regular. This is a lozenge. I do have cough drops that have menthol.
Lozenges are
earlier.
literally cough drops. They're just glorified candy, basically. I mean, they're literally candy. I have some lozenges around myself. I could just pop one in, and it doesn't really bother me.
I don't want to take too many of those because it make my stomach go.
Whatever.
All right. So let's continue. Summer of 2017. Everything's going good, right?
Good.
Copyright strikes. They're gone. I got a new girlfriend. Behind the scenes, things are going good. And my Twitch streams are on the up and up. I'm paying all my bills. I'm starting to raise enough
Paying
funds.
all the bills. Okay, but I thought you were nervous. He made literally videos. Like, he mentioned how he was afraid to pay the bills. He even said that he wasn't sure he was able to buy the new games. He literally had in his weekend preview the schedule donation instructions. He told people how to donate games to him. And he was able to pay his bills? Okay.
Where it's not an issue, and I'm like, damn, things are really going good.
I wonder what's going on there, man.
All of a sudden, all right,
I
start to notice, and by the way, I apologize for the loss, and just obviously going to bother, it's going to make me sound weird. All of a sudden, I start to get all of this spam mail in the physical mail, not email. I've always gotten spam emails from my public, email accounts and stuff like that. That's just going to happen. My mailbox is starting to pile up with all this new mail. And I'm like, what is all this mail? What could this be? What is it? It's publications for like what you would send to a company. So for example, Contractors Monthly.
And he didn't cancel
a magazine for a doctor. Golfer's Digest. All things like an athlete would get this, a contractor would get this, a doctor would get this. I start getting, I'm not even exaggerating, every week I'm getting upwards of 50 pieces of mail like this. And the thing that tips me off that something's going wrong, it says on the address, Phil Burnell, DSP Gaming. Now, wait a minute. DSP Gaming. Now, wait a minute.
DSP Gaming. A very thoughtful slurping of the cough drop. That was... I gotta watch that again. That's...
Phil Burnell, DSP Gaming. Now, wait a minute.
That is the funniest thing.
Had a registered business, meaning DSP Gaming, my YouTube channel, even though it's trademarked, I do trademark it. It's never been a registered business. I don't have a business address, okay? I don't have anything like that. So why would I be all of a sudden getting mail that says DSP Gaming? It doesn't make sense. And I've started to realize this is more troll activity. Some troll must have registered me on some business mailing list to get every possible free fucking business mailing possible in the state of Washington. So I'm getting tons and tons of this shit in the mail, okay?
Tons.
It's one thing if it's like one piece a week. No, my mailbox is full after like 3 or 4 days with this amount of junk mail. While this is happening, I start getting tweets, I start getting YouTube comments, and I start getting emails saying, Phil, your days are done. We know that you've been committing tax fraud, and we are going to get you. Ha ha ha.
Is he following fate?
So all this magically starts happening around the same time period. I think we're starting to see a pattern emerge. Okay. So I'm like, well, I think nothing of it.
Fate is a very, very good individual. Every time I see he wants to really destroy Philip Burnell.
What am I gonna do about it? Nothing, right? I just gotta go with the flow.
What? He's getting all his junk mail. Well, nothing I can do. Gotta keep getting it. He's not gonna call. He's not gonna call these publications to get them to stop. No, it's better to have them keep mailing him these publications. Maybe if he stopped the mailing, called them and had him stop, maybe the IRS wouldn't be after him. Just a thought. Just saying. Again, I really don't think that's what tipped the IRS off. I think it was because the state probably saw that he had business write-offs and he wasn't classified as a business. And they were like, how is he getting business write-offs if he's not a business? That makes no fucking sense. Because if that's the case, then anyone in the state of Washington could claim everything as a business then. Okay.
And so if you guys remember, through the months of July
Phil
and August,
is a very
summer
smart
was
individual,
slow,
guys.
but I was able to do things like my Sonic Marathon, right? I was able to do a bunch of stuff that was really positive and really fun, made a lot of money for me, which was great. And then the new releases started to hit in August, and I was playing them, and things were going really good and everything. Right, everything's going good. So then, everything's going fine. Everything's rolling. Everything's
Why take a lozenge during this?
All of a sudden.
Like, he talks about his girlfriend, perfect, nothing in his mouth. Okay, I'm talking about taxes, and I had to talk about, my ex-girlfriend. Pop a lozenge in so everyone can enjoy the noises, because that's great to hear in a video. I used to eat during these videos sometimes, and I kept getting complaints about it, and I stopped doing it. There might be instances where I might eat M&Ms, but like, I try to keep my mouth away from my computer so you don't hear it. I don't go like, because that's fucking annoying. God damn it, Phil.
September. Again, as things are going positive,
$100 tip,
right? As things are going well.
Good
in
work,
September,
Phil.
I get a letter in the mail. And it's a letter from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Now I'm like, I know about this because when my ex-girlfriend made her business, her soap-making business, all right, she had to register as a business in the state of Washington because she was selling physical products. She was doing...
So when she was doing that, when she was like making the soap thing her business, the thought never came to his little pea brain, maybe I should say that DSP Gaming's the business. That never crossed his mind. Okay.
Commerce over the internet for physical product. And therefore,
because
she had to register.
That's why, because videos are not a physical product. That's like me going to the movie theater saying I should have to pay for this movie. It's not a physical product. Because when you go to the movies, you're not getting anything physical. Buying a Blu-ray, that's physical. But when you go to the movie theater, you're not getting a physical product. So I should just go to my movie theater and tell them that, this isn't a physical product. I should be able to get in for free. This isn't a business.
She had to pay business taxes once a year. The good news is the business taxes aren't high. Like, for example, I'll give you some perspective. When I lived in Connecticut, there's a state income tax, all right? The state income tax was ridiculous.
Okay,
it was like way too high for that state. The state doesn't do anything with that fucking money that's worth taking that much money from you. It's a ripoff. The business tax in Washington is very low.
So, it's something.
I knew all about the Washington State Department of Revenue. However, when I moved here in 2014, in writing, I even have this in writing. I saved the email on purpose in case I ever needed to bring it up. I had a tax attorney at the time who lived in Connecticut with me, right? Same state. He had always done my taxes for me. He had always filed my federal and my state income taxes for me. And I explained to him, I'm now moving across the country. Should I get a new tax attorney in Washington State? Because obviously that tax attorney would be more versed in the tax codes and things out there in case there are additional taxes and things I need to pay. And he literally in writing said, no, I am able to take care of all your tax needs moving forward. And I did research and I found out that in the state of Washington, there's no state income tax. What you do is unique and it's not considered Washington. I'm able to take care of the things I need to pay. And he literally in writing said, no, I am able to take care of all your tax needs moving forward. And I did research and I found out that in the state of Washington, there's no state income tax.
He did research. I literally, when he brought this up, did a fucking Google search on Washington State tax. And I found that they had a business tax in 1 second. I'm not gonna repeat the bit again for this video, but he's full of shit. How can he say he did research if it was the first fucking link? It was the top of the fucking page, and he's telling us that I did research. Yeah, what research did you go to? Did you go to fucking Twitter? Did you ask Vidar Viking about the fucking Washington State tax? Because he probably knows as much as fucking nobody. He lives in fucking the Netherlands. Is that your fucking researching tool? I mean, I found it on Google within a second. And he's trying to tell us that he did research. Sure, buddy.
What you do is unique, and it's not considered something that you would have to register as a business for. Therefore, all you need to do when you go out there is pay federal income taxes, period, and you're good. And that's what I did since I moved here in 2014 all the way,
where did
until
this
now. Okay.
I didn't read that.
So
it literally said if you make a certain amount of money, it's considered a business. And you have to file it as a business if you're receiving a certain amount of money. Okay. Apparently he did special research that okay.
There you go. By the way, to clear the air here, because a lot of people have misconceptions. My tax attorney in the state of Connecticut was a certified public accountant, was a dean of accounting at a college for several years, and was one of the highest accredited guys in the state of Connecticut. This is not some Joe Schmo asshole who I just got. And by the way, I paid this guy thousands of dollars to do my taxes. All right? I think the most he ever charged me was like over $1,500 one year to do my taxes properly. So that being said, this was supposed to be like one of the best guys in Connecticut to do taxes. So when I'm paying that much and he has that much credit and that much accreditation, and he tells me, don't worry, Phil, I'll take care of you, I trust him. Boy, am I fucking stupid.
Dude, that's like going to the Apple store, buying a phone, and then the Apple store is telling you, don't worry about your phone and your computers and whatever product you buy here. We got your back. Don't worry. You can trust us. And then something happens to your product and then your computer, your phone. You go there and they're like, do you have the warranty? Do you have Apple Care? And you're like, no. Well, nothing we can do. You can give us money, though. You can give us a lot of money to fix it. And then you're like, hey now, you said that you would take care of me, and I gave you money. You think Apple's gonna give a fuck? No, they only care about your fucking money. Like, it's so dumb to just take people at, like, they're taking your money. They want your money, and that guy takes $1,000 of his money to do his job. Do you really think he's gonna go out of his way? No. You have to take your own interest because it's your money. You're giving this guy money. It's in your best interest to know where your money's going, to know how, all this other stuff. It's in your best interest to take care of this shit. You're going to Washington. It's kind of a better idea. It's kind of smart to just not use him anymore. He lives in Connecticut. What would a Connecticut guy know about Washington? I don't even know the state laws in California. And I live in fucking Connecticut. I don't know what happens in Pennsylvania. I don't know the laws in Washington. I don't know the laws in Washington, D.C. I don't know the laws in any other state other than Connecticut because I live here. Why would you trust a Connecticut guy for laws in another state? He might know ideas or vague ideas about other state laws, but he might not know the ins and outs of it. He might know the general premise of things. Okay.
Right? Boy, am I stupid.
Like, I can tell you that, well, in Washington as an EMT, they probably allow the EMT to do a normal delivery of a pregnant woman, or just, to transport them and to give people oxygen or whatever. That doesn't mean necessarily that might be the case. That might not be the protocol there, but I could say that generally that might be the protocol there because it's kind of a widely, it's a big thing, it's obviously like a thing that, you would expect every state to have. But that might not be the case. Some states might do it a little bit differently because of something that happened during that state or whatever. But whatever, it is what it is.
I think someone that's supposed to be held in high regard and high respect. Unbelievable. Okay.
Oh my god, dude. I can't believe it.
Now, hold on. Some shout outs. Shout out to Retro Jim who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, have you thought about manually playing more ads for Twitch added revenue, say in between matches and fighting games? The bottom line, folks, the more ads you play, the more annoying your stream is. And ad revenue on
Wow.
Twitch is not great. Even if I were to run a ton of ads, I barely make any money. I'd rather just have entertaining streams.
Okay, at first I agreed with him. He was like, "Oh, it's annoying." Okay, fair enough. But the rest of the stuff kind of made it sound as if it did have a good revenue, he would do it. He would run a lot of ads in between matches and all that shit. That's what it sounds like. And the other thing I think that's a dumb idea to begin with is ads on Twitch are very sporadic. You get a 10-second ad, a 14-second ad. You get ads coming all like durations, which is fucking annoying. Because the Twitch streamer doesn't choose the ad. They just choose when to run the ad, from what I understand. So, like, he could be waiting for a match, and then the viewers could miss out on the match because the ad can play longer than it is to get a match. There you go.
You guys,
Unless you're playing Skull Girls, you might have time.
then have ads. And the bottom line is, you guys cheer, sub, and tip enough that I don't really have to worry about running ads. That's why you don't see a lot of ads on my streams, okay? Golden goes to the 30. Oh, he said no shout out. Never mind. Whoa. I got $100 tip from Alcade. And he says, Merry Christmas, my dude. You've been through a lot over the years. I watched you since Web of Shadows. Haven't been able to keep up with the stream since I'm older now. Adulting sucks, but keep up the good work. Thank you, Alcade, for the $100 tip. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping me.
Dude. 1,000. Thank you. $100. Thank you. Okay.
Goledin Silence subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Goledin Silence, for the sub. And
he's literally a Twitch
we're now up to 326 subs, the most I've ever had at once on Twitch here, folks. Very nice, right? Very nice.
For himself out on Twitch. Gotta do it.
Okay.
Do it for the money.
By the way, a bunch of idiots in stream chat are spanning. Why would Phil pay Leanna's bill? Why did Phil pay Leanna's hospital bill? I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds like you're listening to detractors because you're stupid.
He literally told us during the whole emergency thing, guys, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for this bill, dude. You know what? Maybe I'll try to find it. Let's try to find it together, guys. This is a long video anyway, so fuck it. It is what it is. Nothing I can do. Dude. Emergency. There it is.
Up to now regarding what I'm talking about with this network. All right, so that stress relieved and it doesn't happen again. Gave her to help her was an hour earlier. That's American healthcare. Now, by the way, I guarantee you, we don't know what the bill is because we don't have it yet. They're gonna mail it, obviously. I guarantee you it's gonna be like $1,000. I'm not even exaggerating. I guarantee you that bill's gonna fucking show up and it's gonna be anywhere between $500 to $1,000. I guarantee it. Yeah, she has insurance. She actually is covered in insurance because
he has insurance. She has insurance, all that stuff, and he literally is panicking about the bill from the hospital. But this is apparently a detractor channel. I did not know that, guys. Do you know that the King of Hate Vlogs is a detractor channel? For a detractor channel, he gets a lot of views. You know, this is a very pro detractor. Let me tell you, 15,000 views. Man, look at all these comments. This detractor is fucking something. Okay.
Sorry, it just sounds like you're stupid.
Sounds like
I didn't say I ever did that. Okay.
Just talking about the bill. Well, I guess
right.
Technically he's right because he didn't say in that video that he'd pay the bill, but he panicked about the bill, which is why? Why would he rant about an $1,000 bill if she's covered in insurance and if they broke up? You got me, man.
Let's continue. So I get this letter in the mail in September. Now keep in mind, this is in the midst, the hardcore gaming season is starting up. I'm busy as hell. You guys remember I was going overtime with streams and everything. I was going real heavy into the hardcore gaming season. I get this letter, all right? I get this letter. And the letter says, we suspect that you are doing business in the state of Washington under the name DSP Gaming, okay? We believe that you need to register and pay state business and occupation taxes. Please answer all of these questions for us regarding you and your business. Now, I get this letter. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I immediately write my tax attorney from Connecticut to let them know that I got this. I answer all their basic questions. Now, originally they wanted me to fill out all these forms and shit. And I'm like, I don't even know if I can answer this information about how much I made each year or whatever. That's what my tax attorney does. So I basically called the guy, left him a voicemail. We played voice tag for a little bit. Finally, he emailed me, and I said, good, now we can finally talk and be in detail rather than just fucking doing voicemails and never reaching each other. So I answered all his initial questions via email, okay? In the meantime, my tax attorney comes back to me, and he goes, all right, so what kind of questions did he ask you and all that? And I tell him. He's like, okay, let's see how he responds. So
Get right into the mic.
This guy from the state of Washington, he responds and he says, well, it's not clear, but based off the initial information you've provided me, I think that you should have registered for a business in 2014. You should be paying these taxes all along. Therefore, here's this form. Register to become a business. And now I'm going to calculate this. Like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, guys.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I am not, I have not dealt with any of this shit. I'm going to turn you over to my tax attorney who's going to handle all this. So I did. I had my tax attorney fill out this information form and everything so that he could communicate with the guy from the state of Washington. This was all going on through September, early October, okay? So, finally, late September,
Sorry, that annoys me.
I go to my tax attorney in Connecticut. I didn't go to him, but I emailed him again. I said, what is going on? You told me when I moved here that you did the research and you found out that all I owed was federal taxes. What, this guy seems to be really going after me now, okay, for this. What the hell is going on? And he comes back to me and he says, Phil, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, I think that you should get a tax attorney in your state because it looks like this guy's coming after you and he'll know better than me. To which I said, that is bullshit, because
it's bullshit, but he was telling him out of the mentality that you're going to be in trouble with the state. He's in trouble with the state, and the best person to go to him into answering to the state would be a state tax attorney. Not a tax attorney in Connecticut. Because probably what that guy thought was, well, I could just do the taxes and that's fine. It can't be much different from here other than, no state income tax or whatever. So other than that, it should be fine. It should be a big problem. And he probably didn't know about the business tax like Phil didn't know. But if Phil did an ounce of research or decide like a normal person would, I'm going to get a tax attorney in Washington just in case if something happens in the state of Washington, I have someone who lives there that can tell me about it. But no, decides to stick with the guy who lives in another state.
I trusted you and I paid you to do my taxes properly, and now you're basically just throwing your arms up into the air and saying, oh, no responsibility here, right? Now, the bottom line is, I think this guy knows that he's in trouble. I think he knows that if I were to go after him for this, that he could get into major trouble, because
if that's the case, then he probably would have tried more to help you then, if he knew he was in trouble. Like, he probably would have been like, okay, well, look, you should talk to this guy to see what deal you can get with paying these back taxes, but I can, do whatever. Because the thing is that also makes it sound like was that guy was probably telling him to go to a guy in Washington because a guy in Connecticut probably cannot talk to a state representative or whatever, whoever they go to in the state, to talk about these back taxes that he owes. Because obviously the back taxes are not going to just vanish. He's going to have to pay him one way or the other. And the guy in Connecticut probably doesn't want to fly all the way to Washington to talk to the state and to come up with some payment plan. That could take forever. He doesn't want to do that. He has other clients and he works at a college, guys. So there's really no point of him doing this. So it would be more convenient for Phil to go there. It doesn't really sound like he's saying, Phil, you're fucked, I'm out, later, bye, Tater. Like, okay.
Have email correspondence with him proving that he told me that no, he could handle my tax needs in the future, okay? And that he had researched, I even have it in writing. I researched and there's no state income tax, therefore all you need to do is pay federal tax. I have this in writing. However,
but he didn't research about the business tax, though. He didn't ask him about the business tax. There you go. But I think he might have, though. He might have said, like, is there any other tax I might have to Oh, I guess so. Never mind.
Problem here, folks, is that legally, all I could ever go after this tax attorney for
It's negligence.
is number one, fees, and number two, interest that have accrued on taxes that are considered unpaid. All right. The fees and interest may be a couple $1,000s. Who knows? I don't know yet. I don't even know what I owe yet. I don't know what I owe yet.
So if he sues the tax attorney, he could save the house and pay these back taxes. That sounds easier to do than begging random strangers to pay the back taxes. But, okay.
Until calculations are done, which is apparently going to take place in January, okay? But that being said, to go to court and sue this guy
Isn't that
for
funny?
whatever the fees...
Back in November, he said December he's going to get the amount, and now it's January is going to be the amount. Okay.
And interest is not worth
that could be true.
It's going to cost me more
slow,
to actually file the lawsuit and go after this guy, and to the time investment to go to court for years to sue this guy is going to be more than what I'm going to get. So at this point, this guy pretty much knows.
But if he sues them, he could literally probably get the state, get him to pay all the bag tax that he owes. Whatever. Okay.
Oh well, I fucked Phil. And, I know that he's not going to come after me for it because it's not worth it. And, if I were rich, yeah, on principle, maybe I would go after him. But at this point, it doesn't make any sense for me to do so because all I'm ever going to get is pay more and do more work and be away from streaming and everything every day that I need to do to pay my bills to try to go after this guy. So literally, this guy gets away scot-free. All right? He gets away scot-free. Nothing I can do about it. Giving his information on the internet would probably be considered illegal, so I'm not going to do that.
What? He wouldn't do it because it's illegal. This guy, again, as I said, that girl really bagged a winner because he literally alluded to the idea that he would have done it if it wasn't illegal. He would have leaked his information and allowed any fucked up person to fuck this guy over. This guy who complains about how people might want to kill him is saying that he would give away the information of this tax attorney if it wasn't illegal. Really, Phil? What? Okay.
I'm just screwed in that regard.
What a great guy.
So, I went in late September.
He's a winner.
And I saw a new tax attorney here in the state of Washington. And that tax attorney basically told me the following. He said, there's good news and bad news. The good news is your tax attorney in Connecticut always did your taxes correctly for what he actually filed. So when he was filing the state income taxes in Connecticut, he did them right. When he was filing my federal taxes every year, he did them right. So I don't ever have to worry about, oh no, in 3 years' time, now the federal government will come after me to bite me in the ass and say your taxes were done all wrong. Even what this new tax attorney says, he says, no, your stuff was done correctly. Don't worry about that. But, yeah, basically, no matter what, if you're making money, you're going to pay taxes somehow, okay? So even though I don't pay state income tax, at least some of my income should have been considered taxable income since I moved here. And yeah, I should have been paying some kind of tax to the state of Washington.
Didn't he say multiple times that Patreon income is taxed and all of this stuff is taxed? Didn't he say that all of his income is taxed? Again, it goes to this whole thing. How can you not... That's why I don't even think this magazine story is true. That just sounds kind of goofy for that to be the reason that the government's going after him. The state government, I should say. Like, that just sounds goofy in of itself. So really, it's not that he was getting business write-offs and he was making money and he wasn't classified as a business, but he was getting stuff as if it was a business. He didn't think about that. Like, the government probably looked at him, and was like, look, and they probably saw that he was getting all this income, more so than he was before. I think it was probably because of the tips, because he started taking tips this year. And he probably saw this big influx of income, because a lot of people were tipping him $100, and all these big numbers. And the government probably saw that he was making all this money, and saw that he was getting all these tax write-offs, and saying that, well, how is he getting these write-offs if he's not running a business? These are business write-offs. But obviously, it was, he didn't know that.
Now, how much of what I make is considered taxable per the business and what isn't, that's what's still under review right now, okay? That's what's still in a state of flux, and I don't know what I owe yet or anything. I'll know, again, by hopefully mid-January, I'll have all this information.
So wouldn't it kind of be in his best interest to make less money then? Because if he makes less money on Twitch, then maybe the government's gonna be lenient on him, and then he could just easily, register as a business, and then start begging hardcore for more money next year. Shouldn't he just do that then? Shouldn't he just say no money? No one give me money.
Basically, I got screwed, and this guy is now. I'm in a situation where I've been told, all right, it's going to be thousands of dollars. No matter what, it's going to be thousands of dollars. Okay. And I'm going to have one lump sum payment that's due at the end of January, and that's going to be the payment for all of 2017. So whatever I make by the end of this year, there's going to be a calculation done. I don't know if it's going to be all of my income or some of my income, whatever it is. A calculation will be done, and I'm going to owe that amount of money due at the end of January, no matter what. Okay. Also, I'm going to be billed by my tax attorney for all the work that he's been doing. He's going to make that calculation for me. He's also going to be working with the state of Washington on the back taxes. Now, that means taxes that I should have been paying since mid-2014 when I moved here until the end of 2016, where those were all unpaid and considered overdue. So 2.5 years of back taxes, plus fees, plus interest, all that accrued. There's going to be a big lump there that I owe. Now, what I'm hoping is when I explain to the state of Washington my situation, that I'm literally barely making ends meet, that every month, I'm making minimum payments on a lot of things right now just to make every payment every month, and I'm not in a situation where I have any liquidity.
He's gonna be on a payment
I don't have the money to pay these taxes. That they'll put me on a payment plan that every month I pay a little bit, and maybe it'll be for 3 years, 5 years, who knows? But every month I'm paying these off gradually, all right? And my current new tax attorney now says he thinks he's fairly confident that he'll be able to work with the state of Washington and get them to agree to do something like that, all right? Not 100%, but he's hoping, okay? So we'll see. So that I don't even know yet. And I've actually was told by the state of Washington that that they don't even know when they're going to have that information done. Like, they can't even give me a date. Maybe it'll be January, maybe it won't. I don't even know when the hell they're going to do this calculation and tell me, here's what you owe, and let's put you on a payment plan. So it could spring at any moment. It could be due January as well, but I don't know, because they haven't assured me of any date when they're going to do that work and give me that information. All right. Now, interesting to know, I asked the state of Washington, that initial letter you sent me, and you said DSP Gaming, right? How did you get word that I had anything associated with me called DSP Gaming? It doesn't even make sense, because I'm not registered as DSP Gaming anywhere. It's just a YouTube channel. And that's when I was told that someone in my name had registered me for the business mailing list for the state of Washington. That's why during the summer I had suddenly started receiving all of these business mailings in the mail for contractors and doctors and everything. And what the state of Washington does is once a year it reviews that information, and they had received an anonymous tip that someone was doing business under the name DSP Gaming, and here's your evidence, check the mailing list. So they did, they saw that, and that's when they started to investigate me. So, interestingly enough, right? Interestingly enough, I started getting troll messages during the summer saying that taxes were going to bite me in the butt, and the next thing you know, an anonymous tip comes into the state of Washington, and by September, they're investigating me. I wonder if there's some correlation there.
Of course. So basically, because everyone predicted that it was a tax situation, that he was going to get in trouble with the IRS and all that stuff for years. For years. Ever since he said that, oh, I get business write-offs on my taxes. My electricity, my TV, everything business write-offs. And everyone was sitting there was like, this guy's going to get in trouble for tax fraud or something on the tax level. And it happened to be a tax issue. So if you're right, you were involved with this. So basically, it's like 2018 comes around and you start saying that DSP, you're going to fall down the stairs and you're gonna break your leg. And then he falls down the stairs and breaks his leg. It's like, oh my god, they're detractors! Isn't it a weird coincidence? Yesterday, or last month, they said that I'm gonna fall down the stairs and break my leg. I fell down the stairs and broke my leg, dude. Holy shit, the stairs fucking wrote me a fucking troll comment, dude. My stairs are detractors. Like, really? Really? You're gonna be that fucking paranoid that you think that, okay.
So once again, trolls.
And remember, you got a cheer earlier that said that he's outlasting all the trolls. Okay.
Right? Even with everything going on, they knew
Amazing.
how messed up my life had been. They knew that I'd broken up my 5-year relationship. That's not good enough. Phil's life isn't ruined yet. He's not dead. So we got to keep going.
He's not dead, but let me just say that I would give you my tax attorney's address if it wasn't illegal. Okay.
Going. Let's try to get him on every possible thing we can. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Okay?
I also told people about
that's the situation I'm in right now. Where by the end of the year, excuse me, not the end of the year, by the end of January, I'm going to owe a big amount of money for the 2017 taxes, whatever they are. I'm going to owe my tax attorney a big amount of money for whatever work he's going to do in January on my taxes. All right? Which is probably going to be thousands of dollars because he's very expensive. And eventually I'm going to owe another...
Why did he go for the most expensive? I mean, sure, the idea is that the more expensive, the better the service is going to be. But at the same time, you also have to look at the service. You know, like, Apple's a lot of money. That doesn't mean they make great computers.
Big payment that hopefully they'll put me on a payment plan for, okay? And it doesn't even end there, folks. I hate to tell you, there's even more bad news. All right?
Wow, it doesn't end there. Oh, my.
Basically...
He's really outlasting us trolls.
The good news is you guys have been helping me out recently, right? You've been cheering, subbing, tipping. Tips have been amazing. If this $1,000 tip, I just got a $100 tip. All these tips adding up and people are helping me out tremendously, all right?
But remember, that $1,000 tip is not going to the Patreon goal.
Thank you. Because like I said, honestly, I have no way out of this situation. It's not like I can suddenly sell stuff to pay this. I have nothing to sell. And I'm already working myself ragged. Listen to my voice. I'm already working myself ragged. I can't work longer hours or whatever than what I'm already doing.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You fucking play video games, and you don't talk that much in video games. I could go through another field trip, but no. You know exactly his commentary in games. You know exactly his
your contributions are literally
he could do longer streams.
However,
get the fuck out of here.
I know. There's always another however. There's always another twist, right? What I'm nervous about now is that the taxes that I've been paying all this year for federal taxes were based off of last year's estimated income, what I made last year. I can already tell you guys, you guys have been so generous this year that I know I made more money in 2017 than I did in 2016. Guess what that means? I'm going to owe more taxes than what I've paid coming up in April because I've only...
Unless he's considered a big corporation or whatever the tax bracket in this new tax plan, because the word on the street, okay, people are saying that this new tax reform benefits a lot of corporations. It gives them a lot of tax cuts. I'm sure someone's gonna say no, it does. It gives everyone tax cuts. But a lot of people are saying that it's gonna give the top corporations a big tax cut. So DSP might. I doubt he makes as much to be considered part of that 1%. That sounds a little insane. But if he makes enough, he might get a decent enough cut for his taxes. I don't believe that. I think it's just going to be taxed like anyone else. Like he's probably going to get taxed as much as a average citizen. Just saying.
Only paid based off of as if I were going to make the same amount of money, and I know I made more this year. So now I got another big tax payment that's going to come due in April. Oh, by the way, there's this whole new tax plan that Republicans just passed in the United States, and no one's sure how it's going to work yet. I may end up owing less taxes for 2018. I may end up owing more. And I don't know until the actual tax information law gets given out to tax attorneys so that they can do all this work. So, again, it seems to me like no matter, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? So, I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out.
I'm honestly waiting for the day where he blames Trump supporters for his financial situation. I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for him to say, "Oh my God, these Trump supporters, they fucked me over." I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Phil, let's cheer, let's tip. They do
what
it.
Is going on?
Great.
This never
now
happened
get past
before.
the state taxes, but now federal tax. Oh, now you owe more because you made more money. Now where does this money magically fucking come from? You know what I mean?
There's always something. Afghanistan. That Afghanistan typically gives them a lot of money.
There's always something around the bend, you know? And it's to the point where, you know, I love what I do. I absolutely love doing this as a job, but be able to just be...
What is going on? This never happened
Not
before.
in a situation where something else comes up to fuck me. Something else comes up to fuck me. Every turn, right? Everywhere I go, there's something else creeping up. And, you know, I don't know if it's going to... My whole life might be like this. I might be like this till I die, where every single day something else new is going to happen. I don't know. But anyway, that's the situation right now currently with my taxes and everything. So that's why you guys cheering, subbing, and tipping, you've been helping me so much. You have no idea. I'm so appreciative of what you guys have done for me, okay? Now, I'm not done. I actually want to talk a little bit about my future plans, all right? And then I'll take a break, and then we'll come back, and we'll have a big Christmas segment. Sounds good? So, my future plans, all right?
What do I have
planned for the future? Well,
Save
first of all, some people have asked me, Phil, what are your New Year's resolutions? You know, I have 2 New Year's resolutions. I have 2.
There aren't really
Number 1, to get through the state tax situation.
They're more like
whatever
goals.
The federal tax situation might be in 2018, whatever they may be, to somehow get through them and to keep my house. Because I'll be honest with everyone, I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous I'm going to lose my house.
I'm looking at Discord right now.
The only liquidity that I have, I don't have any more credit. I don't have any more credit cards or anything that I could charge anything to. I already have personal loans I'm paying. I can't take out any more personal loans to help me with this situation. It seems like the only liquidity that I have is the equity that I have in my house right now. A lot of people have said, why don't you sell the condo in Connecticut? I tried. Last year I tried. They won't let me because I owe way more on the mortgage than that house. Since I bought that house, it was worth over $100,000. That's what I owe on the mortgage. That condo in Connecticut is now worth $60,000 because the real estate market in Connecticut plummeted. So I can't sell it. I owe more than I can sell it for. Why can't I rent it? I looked into it. I can't find any reliable rental companies in Connecticut. The ones that I found are very shady. Oh, well, we're not registered on the internet, but you could call me and I'll take care of it. I'm like, and the only other rental company that's there I don't like. They actually are the company that deals with that building. And already they do a terrible job with the landlord. They do a terrible job with everything. I don't want to rely on them to rent out my unit because they do a terrible job for me now as an owner. Why
didn't you just sell it then for less? I mean, sure, it's a loss, but, you know, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Going to do a good job if they rent the place for me. So I can't even rent this condo. I'm stuck with a condo in Connecticut that's worth shit. I can't sell it and I can't rent it. So it's just draining on my finances every fucking month and I can't get rid of it. The only thing that I have, if I have to pay thousands of dollars in taxes, is to sell my house. This house, because this house has equity in it. I've looked into getting either a second mortgage or refinancing this house, and I don't qualify because I have too much debt in my name. They say your debt ratio is too high. We can't get you to budget for a refinance or a mortgage on your house. So I can't even use the equity in my house to do anything unless I sell the house. So basically I'm screwed. Unless I can make enough money doing this to pay all my taxes somehow coming up in 2018, I'm probably going to lose my house. I don't know what else to do. But you guys have been so tremendously positive. Maybe I can do it.
Sell the house.
Maybe, you know,
like, it sucks.
Yeah, with what I'm doing right now,
but
in January, it's looking like I'm probably going to be able to have some really fun events and things that people are going to be supportive of and everything. You know, and what I'm hoping is that between all the stuff going on, that I'll be able to pay these taxes and sell my and not have to sell my house, and be able to stay here and do everything, you know, the way that I want to. Because that's what I said. I have 2 New Year's resolutions for 2018. The first one is to find a way through this tax situation I'm finding myself in and keep my house. That's number 1. All right. Number 2 is to have my girlfriend move in with me, you know, sooner the better.
That's not
because
a
right
resolution.
Now, number 1, like I said, it's the best relationship I've ever been
he brings it up
in my life.
King, so.
Okay. I feel like she's my soulmate. I do. I truly do. And I am in love with her. Absolutely. She's in love with me. And if she were to move in, number 1, she has a job that she, you know, can probably find a job out here similar or whatever and make income to help immediately. Number 2, cooking and everything, helping with the responsibilities of the house so I can get back to how I was. So I'm not constantly overworked and stressed out because I have to rush to cook meals or whatever and everything like that.
Yeah, she could do all the work for me. She could be my slave.
And number 3, quite honestly, I want to be with her. it's killing me.
It's killing me. I don't have my slave.
This morning, you know, talking with her, and it's Christmas, and we're like, it's our first Christmas together, but not together.
He took a week off to be with her for his Christmas week. He literally described the December time off as Christmas week. To spend time with his girlfriend for Christmas since they'll be busy on actual Christmas. And now he's saying, we're not actually together. This is our first Christmas. Not together, but together, dude. Oh my god, this is awful. I have to talk to you on text messages, or we could do FaceTime and Skype. Can't do it. It's so hard, man. Imagine couples that who lost a loved one. Imagine how hard it is for them, Phil. Get the fuck out of here.
It's awful because we need each other. We need that support, and we're not there for each other physically right now, and it sucks.
Yeah, take a sip.
So,
dummy.
You know,
it sucks,
the sooner
guys.
she can move in with me, the better. I don't know. I mean, literally, I can't even think about it until I get past late January with the tax situation. Once that situation is taken care of, then at least I can entertain it. All right. But right now, I'm between a rock and a hard place. Where unless I can get past
again, why would a girl look at him and be like, I want to be with this. Okay.
Taxes in January, I can't even begin to plan out the rest of my life, which is what sucks. I feel like I'm in suspension. I'm in suspended animation because of the actions of a tax attorney who fucked me over, and I have no restitution against.
Oh yeah, the tax attorney
fucked
you over.
Who fucked me over, and I have no restitution against. Isn't that nice? It's terrible, right? But that's my life right now. The good news is, in 2018, if I can make things happen and come together, and maybe my girlfriend can move in with me and I can keep this house, all right? Positive change. Number 1, since now I'm going to get back into the swing of things, right? I've already decided I want to start doing stuff that people have been asking me for a while. A lot of people have been asking me for cooking with the king. Well, guess what? If I start making new meals and recipes with my girlfriend, I would definitely revive the series. Because right now, no, I can't revive cooking with the king. I don't even cook for myself. When I do cook for myself, it's something quick. I'm frying up a chicken sausage or something.
Leonaris is going to get in trouble with DSP, TBH.
You know, it's a rarity if I even make myself any kind of a meal that takes more than a few minutes because I'm in such a rush constantly to get back to work.
Yeah,
but if I'm, I'm doing stuff with her and we're adopting new meals and stuff, that could be a series. I show you guys the kind of stuff that we're making. It's cooking with the king.
He said he will not show us his girlfriend and all this stuff. The second she moves in, she'll be in videos. He'll be doing cooking with the king. His girlfriend is cooking with the king are behind a paywall. He put a human in a video series. Well, video series I can understand being put up behind a paywall, so that fair enough. But a human. Okay, wants to see my girlfriend and gotta pay the bills, gotta pay the taxes.
Returns, right? And stuff like that. That's what I mean. Positivity could come back in a major way if I can, number 1, keep the house, and number 2, if she can move in. So let's see. My plans for 2018, since 2018 is my 10th year, making internet content for you guys. What I'd like to do is a lot of things. I'd like to maybe go back and play some of the best games I've ever played over the years. Some people have suggested Heavy Rain, Mass Effect 2, doing a negative or a evil femshep run through it and stuff like that. Those could be amazing events that I hold as an anniversary special, right? Me going back and watching my old playthroughs and doing reactionary commentary to the stuff I used to do.
Yeah, reactionary commentary. The thing I just said earlier in this video is garbage content. I'm gonna do that. Good idea. Good idea, Phil.
In the past, that was a lot more risque, right?
Good idea.
Pretty good, right? It could be
pretty
very
good.
Beneficial to everything. There could be a reinvigoration. There's things coming up in 2018, for example, the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, that could be very, very positive for me. Because those are games that I grew up with, that I have a lot of knowledge of, that I could do well in an online situation. And maybe people will come to watch me play them, right? And I could do tutorial videos about them and stuff. A lot of positivity possible, but I have to get, you know what I mean? I have to survive. I have to survive and get to that point. And not constantly be worrying about now taxes that I owe and this and that because of fucking things that people have done to me, you know? So, thank you guys for listening. That was my 2017. Holy shit. What a year. We had high highs with streaming getting better and better, a new relationship that I'm in, but low lows with the amount of trolling, the ad revenue plummeting, you know, 5-year relationship ending, excessive amount of far, like I said, the most tumultuous year. That's positive. Shout outs. Who did a 10-bit cheer, another incident like before. First of all, another incident like trouble. We love you, man, so we wouldn't want another incident like before. Worried about rushing into another relationship and it could lead into trouble. We love you, man, so we wouldn't want another incident like before. First of all, another incident like before. A 5-year relationship that was ruined by trolls. Okay. The difference is now
the trolls.
I know what I'm getting into. Versus back then, who knew when I started dating my ex-girlfriend that we were going to have all that shit happen to us, right? Who knew that? And we didn't know the amount of stress that we were going to be under. I don't think anyone could reasonably expect that.
She was probably under more stress.
It was a new predict what the fuck was going to happen. About stuff, you know. It's so, like I said, there's a difference. There's a soulmate factor there, right? Trying times versus it was a different kind of that with me. The choices that I make in that kind of regard are well thought out, okay?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you to Kane, who tipped me $1. He says, long-time watcher and lurker since you played Street Fighter 4 Madness series. Hope you have a good Christmas. Thank you much, Kane. Appreciate it. I really do. Thank you, sir. Resident Evil Beating did a 10-bit cheer. He says, I think you'll get a tax cut, Phil. I mean, I may. This new tax bill may result in a tax cut for me, or it could flip. I have no idea. I can't worry about it until the 10-bit cheer says, oh, how much is your condo rent-wise? I'm looking for a place. It's not. I can't. It's out of the question. Cheery says, Cole Keemstar, drama alert, DSP is officially in love. Do you really think that Keemstar would ever do anything positive in regards to me? He
wanted to be on the Keemstar show when he fapped. He reached out to Keemstar to DM him to be on his show. And he's going to shut on Keemstar. GG.
Debating on stream and thought it was the most hilarious fucking thing on the planet. I'm sure he would do a positive video to help
You made memes about it. You even laughed about it. Okay.
A fucking positive thing in his goddamn life. His whole fucking existence on YouTube is based off of negativity and drama and sucking the positivity out of others so he can make a buck. Anyway,
positive guy right here.
did a 10-bit cheer, and he says, hold on.
Why am I texting?
You got to make your comeback video on dramatic pause the sauce. Well, the thing is, so no, I would not. Soup Double G did a 13-bit cheer and this stupid message I'm not going to read. Solid Shock did a 55-bit cheer. And he says, goodbye 2017. Let's have 2088 did a 20-bit cheer. Thank you, Jeff Kim. We had a 10-bit troll cheer from Trusty Hobo that I'm not going to read because I'm not going to waste my time. And the Broken Legs also did a 10-bit cheer. And now he's also giving me relationship advice. Like, I'm gonna listen. So
yeah, so stupid.
All right, folks,
guys, let me just have this relationship and say that she's my soulmate and have her move in with less than a year. What could possibly go wrong? And with that is it for this long-ass, dumbass, fucking trash video. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you are a fucking I don't know what to say, man. This is insane. I don't even think this video was that good. But thank you for watching it all the same. Hope you guys have a good holiday week. Hope you guys are pumped for 2018. I know I am because I'm excited to play as Sakura in Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. So there you go. There's that. That's my New Year's resolution. See you when I see you. Have a good time. I'll probably see you when I do Ask the King. And from the sounds of this pre-stream, it sounds like it's something. So see you guys next time.